Today is unquestionably the most exciting episode of Tabletop Adventures to date. We are so incredibly privileged to be with the wonderful Chris Perkins from Wizards of the Coast, who's going to be doing a special, sadly one time, but very special episode of Tabletop Adventures where he's going to be running us through a new adventure called The Rise of Tiamat. So he will be your DM today. I will be playing.
Ben will be playing, yeah!
We'll see how it goes.
How does it feel to yield your authority?
Liberating is the word. These guys normally get so crazy that I don't always know how to respond. So not having that responsibility is nice. But yeah, tell us about the adventures. What are we in for today?
All right, well, Rise of Tiamat is the second part of a two-part adventure where you're fighting Tiamat and all of the creatures that are trying to bring her back into this world called the Forgotten Realms. And for our purposes today, we're only going to be sampling the adventure. I'm going to take you on a tour of the Frigid North, the Sea of Moving Ice. There is a chapter in this adventure called that, and you guys are going to be looking for two things. Before I tell you what those things are, let me just say that the problem facing the Sword Coast right now is that all of these evil dragons are starting to show up and terrorize the land. They're attacking caravans, they're raiding cities, they're pillaging ships in a way that makes people think that they're actually working together, which is very strange. And there are all these odd masked bandits in league with them who are helping them out. And in the past few weeks, people up and down the Sword Coast, as far north as Luskan and as far south as Kalimport, have heard this weird sound on the wind. It sounds like a distant horn, like an alpine horn, but it's far away. Its origin isn't discernible, and there's an unsettling nature to it. And they hear it 3 or 4 times in a week, and whenever it sounds, there's just this kind of sense of dread that overcomes people who hear it. Well, in Waterdeep, which is the biggest city on the Sword Coast, you have been working with various factions to figure out what's going on, and they have entrusted you with a quest to find this horn, which they're calling the Drak Horn. They believe it has something to do with the dragons, that it somehow is like a rallying cry for dragons up and down the Sword Coast. And we're talking like a 3,000-mile coastline, so how big this horn is, you're not exactly sure. The problem is that the foremost expert on this kind of magical lore, on the Drakhorn and other dragon-related artifacts, is a tiefling wizard named Maketh. And she is a member of the Arcane Brotherhood. And these are powerful wizards, so powerful, in fact, that most people just kind of leave them alone for fear of incurring their wrath. But Maketh is like this dragon archaeologist, and she disappeared months ago. But up until that point, she was using sending spells, basically magical sendings, to tell her colleagues what she was up to and where she was. And her last recorded location was at a place she called Oya Vegaton. Now, nobody in Waterdeep knows where the fuck Oya Vegaton. So a great deal of research went into concluding that they believe that the name derives from an old language spoken by seal hunters in the far north. And so you have booked passage on basically a Viking longship heading up the Sword Coast. The longship is called the Frost Skimmer. Its captain is Larusta Halfface. And he wears a hood because frostbite basically destroyed half his face. And he's got this sort of wrecked, scary visage that he doesn't want to scare the children, so he's got this hood. But he and his crew of 40 northerner sailors are guiding you up the coastline into frozen waters, and you begin to see all these ice floes and icebergs, and it is cold up here. You can see your mist sort of harden and disintegrate before your eyes, your breath. And the skies are gray and threatening. And the Frost Skimmer eventually goes so far north that at some points it's actually breaking through the ice. Is there anything that you want to do in the course of your voyage into the frigid north? Now, you've got your horse
Yeah.
and your mule.
Yeah.
Are we still on the boat right now?
Yeah. The Captain Half-Face gives you pretty much the run of the ship. It's kind of tight, confining, and there are a lot of well-bundled, fur-covered, sweaty men and women. And you see the captain, he's on deck the whole time. He's got a pet ferret that just sort of hangs around.
What's the ferret's name?
Bartholomew.
Bartholomew. Okay.
Yeah. And the ferret will often mooch food off you whenever you sit down to eat.
So it's a charming ferret.
It's a charming ferret.
Okay.
Yes, it is a white ferret.
Should we briefly say our characters? Who we are?
Yeah, we should.
Go ahead.
I am Flint Barkmoss. I am a mountain dwarf ranger. And I revere nature and mostly want to keep to myself. With my horse and my mule. Somewhere under this open sky.
I'm Longfellow Clericman, a cleric. I cast spells and cure my allies.
Wait, what's your deal, Longfellow? What's your deal?
I am a former soldier, and then having the name Clericman, thought maybe I should become a cleric when I retired from soldiering.
And you're a wood elf.
And I am a wood elf,
you're
though
all
there's
right.
nothing wrong with that.
Oh, that's all right.
You too.
I am Samuel Hammerfall. I'm a paladin, and I exist to rid the world of impurity by any means necessary. I have no friends, only God.
Jesus. Whoa, buddy.
Exactly.
He's my buddy.
I come from poverty and am sympathetic to the poor, but do not trust anyone other than myself. That's it. That's all I got.
Not sensing a lot of party cohesion so far. Moving on.
That's par for the course for us.
My name is Underhill. And you think you know pain? You think you know suffering? Fear? You don't. I was orphaned as a child and quickly fell in among the other orphans, scraping out a meager existence. And I have experienced so much pain that I don't want anyone in the world to have to go through that. I will bear the pain for everyone.
Batman.
Also,
And I'm a
I'm
warlock as well.
a halfling.
Halfling warlock.
Yeah.
I missed a human rogue. It might not look it, but I'm actually a psychopath underneath.
No, you look like that.
Besides my demure and very, very charming mannerisms, I will stab you in your back and probably take all your shit.
Okay.
You're Patrick Bateman, basically.
Yeah.
Essentially. But hey, you'll never see it coming.
Humans.
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 I am Blade Theristian. I'm a high elf fighter. I'm a serious scholar in the varied arts of combat and warfare.
Well met, though.
I am a former soldier.
I find that very fascinating.
Good.
So you don't know the psychopath part about me yet, right? Like,
No.
I'm a, okay, yeah.
Yeah, how long have we been traveling together? I don't
Exactly.
You've been
What's our
traveling
history?
about 4 weeks, so you know everything about
know.
each other.
Yeah.
We told stories. Can we do
Yeah.
prep stuff? Like I would like to
Absolutely.
I'd like to do a weapon bond with my rapier.
Absolutely.
With my silver
Yes.
rapier. Okay. It's this cool thing. I can like they can't disarm it from me.
Oh, I see.
And I can port it to me from any place.
That's a cool
Yeah.
teleporting sword.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like it.
I would like to request an audience with LaRusta
All right.
for our team.
May I join you?
Of course it is.
Absolutely.
I would also
For all-
like to take part.
Please.
I would like to hear
Join.
about the events.
Yeah, you can see him. He's sitting in the back of the boat. Basically, he's got a knife out and he's slicing an apple and giving tiny slivers of it to his pet ferret, Bartholomew.
I walk up to him and I say, "What happened to your face?"
Very blunt.
It was very, very blunt.
The frostbite.
Did you deserve it?
What do you mean, did I deserve it?
What?
I was 8 years old. Do you think I deserved it?
Did you fall asleep on the wrong side of the bed?
Yeah, that's what happened.
I jest.
Hammerfall. He's clearly gone through a lot of pain. Why don't you cut the man some slack?
LaRusta, please forgive the humans. They know not what they do.
I understand your pain.
I'm human.
Very pretentious.
You're one of the good ones.
Nice of you to say. Have a piece of apple.
Thank you. As you know, we are traveling, searching for the tiefling wizard Maketh, brother of the Arcane Brotherhood. Do you know any information about this wizard?
No. Next question.
You are also a sailor. You have been traveling the coastline, as I understand.
I have.
Have you noticed the dragons?
If we find this place, Oya Vigaton, it won't be too soon.
Have you heard the sounds?
Aye.
How did it make you feel?
Nervous? He says, there are barbarians who sail these waters. I would rather fight a host of them than fight one dragon on the sea.
Does that happen often? Dragons in the sea? I feel like that.
He says, we got a few big ones out here. There's old Arvi Atcheris. She's got a dead wizard strapped to her back. Her rider, he died long ago, but she refuses to accept it, so she still talks to it, they say. She's quite crazy, that one. And big,
Fashionable accessory.
big white dragon, that one. And then there's her old mate, Arathator. Bastard. He attacks ships from out of the water. You never see him coming.
Then you believe the legends of the Dracorn.
He says, I heard about it. I've never seen it. If this Maketh is hunting for it, well, best of luck to her. I have no interest in dragon artifacts or dragons for that matter. And if you have any good sense, neither should you.
What can you tell us about Maketh?
Don't know anything about her. The Arcane Brotherhood, wizards.
Yeah, bastards.
On to more pressing matters.
Okay.
On to the
All
plot.
right. Okay. I thought we were having a bit of fun, but all right.
Yes.
Role
well,
playing's over, folks.
I've noticed a ferret running around this ship. It's been getting into my belongings. If this is not taken care of promptly, I will murder the ferret.
Leave the animals alone, Samuel.
Yeah.
This is not an animal. It is a
Agents
filth
of
with
God
legs.
is bothered by a small furry
How
creature.
tall are you? That's up to you, really, I think.
I am 6 feet tall.
All right. Well, the captain is 6'3", and he stands and looks down upon you, and says, "You don't want to be picking a fight with my ferret."
If you do, you might have problems with more than just the captain.
Yeah.
It's a long swim home, son.
Well, I think only one of us has God on their side.
There is
I'm
no-
pretty sure that's not
everyone.
everyone.
This again.
We don't want any pain going around.
You feel some. You can hear some sort of ruffling cloaks as mittened hands reach into scabbards to grab hilts, to ready swords. You see the crew seems to be taking umbrage with the mistreatment of their captain.
There will be no pain inflicted on this boat.
I have only respect for you, sir.
I'm glad we had this talk. Just don't let it happen again. And I walk away.
Your friend is an ass.
Yes.
Yeah, he is kind of a tool.
Humans.
Humans.
I resent that. Really, I do.
He says, let's just keep our eyes open for polar bears and octopi.
Always.
Any combination.
Are we nearing our destination?
I have a good sense that you'll be put off pretty soon.
Some of us are already put off.
Humans.
Do we have private quarters, or are we?
No,
Okay.
it's all shared, bundled up. You're all like huddled together in a big furry ball at night.
Okay, I'm going to go back to wherever we sleep and annoyingly pray out loud to myself.
I go talk to all the common people that are possibly
All the common people.
all the common people that are cold and trying to glean information about our friend Mackie.
Makath?
Mac.
Yeah.
I try to stay as far from earshot
They know even
from the
less than the
crane
captain.
as possible.
So, yeah, all you know about her is what you were told before you left, which is she is a tiefling. Which means her people have made pacts with devils in the past, and she would be a competent sorcerer. Although you get the sense that she's more of a researcher than a combat-oriented, blow people's faces off kind of sorcerer.
Cool.
The next morning, after you wake up, having slept very closely together,
Ooh.
Bundle buddies.
you can see that the gray skies have kind of lightened up a little bit, and there's some slivers of sunlight beaming through the clouds. And one of those big beams strikes a massive, almost looks like a plateau of ice rising up out of the sea. It's quite huge. And at the water line, sort of on one side of this island, is a shelf, an icy shelf. And you kind of draw close to it, and as you do, the captain says, "This be Oiga Vigaton." And he says, "Whale bones." And when you look on the icy shelf, which is probably about 3,000 feet long, you can see all kinds of gigantic bones, white bones and yellow bones, sticking up out of the ice, all along the shelf.
This is a chunk of ice.
Really?
How could it possibly be this magical place where all of these horrible origins of dragons are happening?
I get on my horse and wait for all the morons to stop talking.
Yeah, okay. The horse seems eager to get off the boat.
Me too. Not you, Max, your character.
I speak to the group and I say, were perchance these whales eaten by dragons?
I do believe so, Longfellow.
The crew concurs.
Oh, this is troubling.
Longfellow, wasn't it obvious?
Hammerfall, just take a chill pill, all right?
Oh, God.
I'm prepared to take on any dragon.
Warlock, I do not know of this chill pill you speak of, but if you threaten me with such magics again,
I do not
I will-
condone the use of pills. I am a recovering alcoholic. I am.
It's here on my paper.
Oh my God.
Awesome.
I gather my things are prepared to get off the boat.
Yes, the boat runs aground on the ice close enough that you feel you can just hop off with your horse.
I do so.
When you land, the ice is not slippery on the shelf. It's all sort of frosty and hard and crunchy, and the bones of the whales have been fairly picked clean. You can also see the bones of other things like giant walruses, giant seals, other great beasts that have been pulled up on the shelf, devoured, and then discarded like so much
Nothing
trash.
small. Nothing small was
Nothing
eaten.
small was eaten. here.
Yeah.
I call for my mule. I say, Bloodworth!
Bloodworth.
Yeah.
Nice.
Wow.
Not as an insult.
The captain says,
That's a good name.
although I don't like you, I'll wait for you. Here.
Thank you, human.
You're a man of your word, sir.
Thank you,
We
Captain.
appreciate it.
Fellow adventurers, as we prepare to venture forth on this frigid island, I worry about provisions in the future. How will we eat?
Well, Hammerfall, won't your god take care of that for us?
Yes, but I worry about the rest of you.
I'll be fine.
We also have a mule.
2 words. Donner
Yes, we
Party.
could kill the mule.
Nobody touches my
I'm a
mule.
wood elf, but I find that in these tundra conditions, it may be hard to scourge for food.
Longfellow, you said something useful for once. Thank you so much.
Does this
I know
count
who's
as
going to
a-
get eaten first.
Does this count as a mountain?
Yeah, when you look up, the sides of the plateau are sheer, and in fact, when you look around, you can see where the shelf meets the plateau, there is a rift, almost like a crevice or a chasm. And it looks like somebody has taken the trouble to carve what appear to be stairs leading up the rift.
I look around and I say, I feel strangely at home on these cliffs.
Then you shall lead.
The other thing you notice is as you get
performance.
closer to these stairs, which sort of cut up through the plateau, somebody has also taken the liberty of hiding in behind some snow drifts, several fishing boats made of seal skin.
Oh.
Shall we investigate those fishing boats over there?
I agree.
Before we venture further, might I suggest with these meddlesome dragons traipsing about that you equip yourselves and prepare for the coming trials ahead.
Well said, Hammerfall.
Fair enough.
I equip my shield and longsword.
I quit my club.
Silvered rapier warps to my hand.
I have my club and my book of spells.
I have a great axe. I guess my shield is on my back, and I have 2
Probably.
throwing axes.
Yep.
How quickly? I've never used throwing axes before. How quickly can I get at those if I'm using my
Very
great
quickly.
axe? Okay.
What about my daggers? Do I have to equip my rapier and then just have the daggers as throwing implements, or do I keep them as like?
Daggers are useful both as melee and as ranged weapons.
Okay.
But yeah, you're probably using your daggers mostly for throwing.
Okay. So does that mean that I have to equip the daggers to use as a throwing implement, or?
You don't have to specially equip them. You can just keep them on your person and pull them out when you need them.
Really?
And they don't have to be daggers. They can be like throwing stars or any sort of thrown bladed object would qualify.
Cool.
I know that Mist kind of considers himself a super ninja.
Very true.
Because he is.
There may be provisions
Yes.
in the fishing boats.
Why is everyone acting so hungry already?
We just got off
Preparing for the long journey ahead,
Okay.
Blade.
I approach the stairs and I notice that they are carved, and I say, I know a little bit about carving, and ice is just soft stone. Perhaps if you give me a moment, I can determine something about the history or the peoples of this region.
It's not actually stone.
Says the
it's
guy who
frozen
thinks
water.
ice is soft stone. Yeah. Okay.
You're an idiot.
Yeah, you could sort of apply your stone knowledge to the sort of carved ice. Absolutely.
That was my hope.
Absolutely. And see what you can glean from it.
Is
Go
it a
ahead.
history check?
Just make an intelligence check.
Okay. Oh,
Oh no.
Nat 1.
This is a great start, guys.
I have a history of
That's the first roll of the game. At least you got it out of the way.
Yeah.
Okay. You're pretty sure these ice steps were carved by pixies.
Do we all think less of him now?
You're an idiot.
I guess ice isn't that much like rock after all.
Turns out, no.
I believe you are speaking a wise word. We should inspect the boats.
How many boats are there?
There are 3.
I search inside and around each of the boats.
I also
do as well?
the same. Yeah.
Okay.
We all do.
There is nothing of value kept around the boats, but you can see that they're sized for beings of human proportions, and they are basically tied off with ropes made of gut, basically spiked into the ice, in case the water rises. Or they
I
begin to
sense
wash
great pain on these boats.
Who is this
Many
guy?
fish
Just
have
to
died
break
here.
RP real quick, are you like a Metal Gear villain? Is that what you're trying to do right now? Alright, RP back on. Sorry.
Many seals have perished here.
Well,
They
the
died
boats were
horribly.
a bust. Let's go up the stairs.
Very well.
I checked the boats for damage, just to make sure that these are actually boats that people have used as transport to safely navigate through the dragons and ice.
You see, sort of tied up in the boats are some nets, and they're clearly fishing boats, and they're clearly seaworthy, and they seem to be often put to use.
Okay, cool. Used recently?
Yeah, your best guess is they were used fairly recently.
Cool.
I guess, was I in
Climbing the
lead?
stairs. Yeah.
Yes.
I ride the horse and lead my mule.
So you're still on the horse.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
So,
I got back on it.
I, as a champion of justice, I insist on leading the charge.
All right.
absolutely, my good man.
I do have a military background. Perhaps I outrank you. in
Excuse me,
situations.
I believe God has ordained him to be the leader of our pack. And if he wants to be
Would you
the
like to
one
put your
leading
claim to the
charge,
test?
by all means.
Do you believe in some fool god too?
I won't answer that.
Perhaps-
He seems to believe it. So
You're
I
pretty
say we
that
let him.
the
Heroes, if you would like a more logical explanation,
Oh god.
my divine providence has given me keen senses of any evil in the wastes ahead. I can detect them before
Absolutely.
any of you.
Absolutely, we all knew that. It's foolish
So
to even argue.
please fall in line. I don't have time for any sentimentality amongst any of you.
Absolutely.
Let it be
I'll
done.
be right here in the back.
I'll bring up the rear.
So Samuel's in the front then.
I'll be in the back. I'll bring up
Who's behind him?
I'll be second
All right.
on my horse.
Flint is second.
Because I thought I
Your
was
horse
in the
will
lead
not
already.
be able to navigate these
Oh,
stairs.
they're too thin?
And
It's
you think
stairs.
just too
It's because they're
awkward.
made of pixies.
Okay. Could I lead him or would he just stay at
Yeah,
the
you
bottom?
could. I'll do that.
Okay, I'll lead the horse
Okay.
and mule.
You and horse. Wow, this is gonna be fun. Okay.
Whatever.
Who's
Why did you
third?
bring the meal?
I'll be third.
All right.
He's my mule. He's
Blade
got
is
all my
third.
stuff.
Who's fourth?
I will follow.
Cleric in the middle. Who's fifth?
Longfellow's amazing.
I'll bring up the rear.
I would suggest
You will pull rank.
become fifth, as I am very stealthy, and
sorry, I
I
don't
might
mean-
have
all right.
to disappear at any time.
Easy.
The stairs kind of make their way up in a not perfectly straight, kind of make a jagged, meandering crawl up this fissure. And at points they are slippery and not particularly well carved. Coupled by the fact that by the time you get about a third of the way up, the wind from above is just sort of sucked down this fissure and just blows at you right in the face. And it's absolutely chilling. And I need each of you to make a dexterity check. Or if you have dexterity acrobatics, you can use your acrobatics modifier.
Do I have acrobatics?
Since you're not like roped together or using pitons or anything, this will be fun.
Well, that's
I will roll for the horse.
Oh my
Oh
god.
no.
I rolled a 5
The 4.
I rolled
plus 2, so 7.
Is there any modifier for this?
Your dex.
dexterity modifier.
How did you do?
It's on the
6.
front.
Wow. 4,
Yep.
5, 6 on this side. You guys?
Four.
I have a 7 actually with my modifier.
7 total, yeah, 7 total.
23.
I have a,
Okay.
I have a 7 with my modifier as
Me
well.
too,
Yeah, me
7.
too.
How did you do?
I got a
Blade.
10.
All right.
Oh my god.
All right.
Rough start.
Mist. Going up the steps with great agility. Unfortunately, you're slowed by these clods ahead of you. And then you see them all start to tumble back down. Except for the horse. Which the horse just sort of looks behind. Humans. No. All right, so you guys go tumbling back down the stairs.
No.
Oh my gosh.
Do I avoid the tumbling people?
You do.
Yes.
Your roll is high enough, unless one of them tries to deliberately grab you and pull you down, you'll be fine.
I suggest you don't do that.
Okay.
How far do we tumble?
You tumble about 60 feet.
Wow.
And you take 9 damage.
Jesus.
That's fine. That's
It's not
fine.
going well.
Okay.
Can I use
my.
spider climb? Would that help?
As I pull myself up,
Yeah.
Oh, you're just
bloody and bruised, I
Yes.
say to the others that tumbled with me, no complaining.
Wow.
The horse is still up there with me, right?
The horse is ahead of you, but yeah, it's up there.
I ride the horse.
I don't think you can get on a horse.
Can't get on the horse.
You
Okay,
can't really
now.
get on it.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't have a horse thing. All right.
Well, it's just too thin.
It's just too thin. Yeah.
As
follow
I
the horse.
try to reascend the
Yes.
steps, is there any way I could do it perhaps a little bit more delicately, or is there any way I can use my skills to prevent this from happening again?
Absolutely. You can basically, if you have like a pick or something, you can use it to brace yourself. If you have a pole or something, that could help you. You can also have somebody
I use
stealthy
my
go up
hand
ahead
axes.
and put a spike in and then trail a rope that you could also sort of grab onto like a handrail and walk your way up.
Can he do that? He's already up there.
Yeah,
Throw us a rope. Missed.
Prove your worth.
What do I get? Just a jest. Throw it down.
And you spike it to a wall or something.
I spike it to. Actually, I spike it to the floor.
Okay.
Which I would
All right.
assume is more sturdy.
With the aid of that, you're able to make your way up. When you get to the top of the steps and you've climbed about 500 feet, you see a windswept plain of ice broken by rises and falls, almost like if you imagine a desert with dunes only made out of ice, and blowing snow everywhere. Your visibility is only about 20 feet. Occasionally, you see these kind of razor-sharp flanges or projections of ice where the wind has just scraped the snow down to a glass-like finish.
We may have our differences, group. But I want to say it is an honor serving at your side, and we should stick together in this treacherous territory.
I'm sorry. What did you say?
I can't hear you!
I cannot hear you.
I repeat what I said louder.
Adventurers, speaking as loudly as possible, because our visibility is reduced, give me a moment to focus and see if I can sense any danger ahead.
Absolutely.
Be careful, Hammerfall.
I use my divine sense to see if there are anything nasty in a 60-foot radius.
All right. And can you sustain that for a while? I assume it's like concentration or something.
It does not say
Okay.
here. I can look.
Don't worry. Anyway, when you first start looking around, there's nothing around you. It's basically just you guys. Any evil intent that you sense is like very, very close to you. Like one of these guys.
Wonder who that is.
Yeah.
Um,
But your
that be?
your little alien detector isn't sounding off.
I have Natural Explorer, and if this is a mountain, we gain a host of benefits
Excellent.
while traveling for an hour or more in my favorite
All right.
terrain. So
Okay.
soon we
This
won't
could
be
qualify.
hampered by difficult terrain. It won't
Sweet.
slow our movement.
All right.
And we can't get lost except by magical means.
I also let the group know that
An
I
hour,
don't
you
detect
said.
anything.
Yeah.
59 minutes later.
Damn it!
No. So the dwarf seems to be using his mountaineering skills to kind of help you navigate. You're using your evil detector, evil radar, and both of you are sort of surprised when you come around an icy ridge and you see a village, like it's just there. The blowing snow gives way, and you see dark shelters made of skins and hides mixed with buildings of ice.
Ooh.
Igloo-type structures, and long house-type structures, which are clearly with steps kind of leading down in them. They're clearly been cut out of the ice and then kind of built up over. So very kind of low, almost dome-like. And you see shapes, figures, standing around.
I recommend a little reconnaissance. I will sneak up and relay the information to everyone.
I'll also do that.
I said I'm gonna stealth up!
Good, yes, good. Okay. I'll do that also.
I recommend this is a one-man job because I can also read their thoughts.
Well, my good man, I believe this will be a job for a man and a half. As I believe my stealth is just a tad bit better than yours.
Lead on.
Do you want to ride on my back?
No.
I jest.
I say to the adventurers that stay behind, do you think they will perish?
They are not real soldiers, that is for sure.
I believe the village to be mostly friendly.
I'm right next to you.
Either way, I'll wait outside.
This appears to be, to me, a military settlement, and had I approached, perhaps they would have recognized a captain of former rank, and then we would have had safe passage to the village. However, we have some impetuous party members on our hands.
Longfellow, I cannot tell if I like you or not.
I might be falling in love. I'm sorry, so you're going to sneak up?
Yeah, I think we
Both of
both
us.
are.
Okay. If you're going to try to take them by surprise, make stealth checks.
I want... Oh, yeah. Stealth check.
You
They
said
trying
that
to
you
fight
could
them?
read minds.
Yeah, but we have to do a
correct?
stealth check first,
Yeah,
right?
Stealth check first.
Yeah, you want to get up to them without them seeing you.
Nice.
Dude, I'm rolling so
Is that
well
dexterity?
today.
Yeah, I'm going to give you actually advantage on this because of the wind and the blowing snow, so you can roll twice if you want.
Oh, cool.
Do it again. Can you roll? Oh, that's a
Are
2.
you rolling a d12?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. You want to roll a d20.
Oh, shit.
You don't have a d20.
I don't have a d20 in here.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
That's weird. That's dumb. For a
I'm
dice
sorry.
set.
These other two
20.
that I purchased had D20s.
18.
That's more
like it. There it is.
You are both very sneaky, and you sort of move around buildings so that people can't see you. You can see that there's only about 3 or 4 of these villagers moving around, and they don't seem to stay outside very much. They kind of huddle down, just moving from one little hut or ice hovel to the next. And they don't seem to notice you, but you also notice that there are a couple who are standing guard. They've got spears with whale bone tips.
I ask Underhill if you can glean any malicious intentions from any of these people.
I'm going to cast Detect Thoughts. Laku manchi laku lai.
I stifle my laughter.
The thoughts that you're able to pull, extract out of the minds of the dark shapes in the wind that you see, are kind of simple, primitive, survival instinct kind of thoughts. Thoughts about family, thoughts about the dragon, and thoughts about the next fishing trip.
All right.
Interesting.
I will return
Yeah.
and tell the group the information.
You also notice as you're kind of scouting around that of all the hovels and sort of ice homes around here, there is one that is measurably larger than the other ones. It's got a larger, sort of longer sealskin roof with whaled bone rafters.
It's very ornate.
Ornate is kind of relative here. These are all primitive
Right.
settlements, but this is obviously a building of importance in the village. It could be a church, it could be a gathering hall, you're not exactly sure. People do come and go with greater frequency than any other building here.
I go check out the building.
I thought you might. When you peer your head in through there are no windows or anything. You kind of have to just look through the front door, and there are ice steps leading down, so you kind of have to go down the steps a little way and part a curtain to look inside. Do you want to do that? You can hear voices within. They are speaking something all but incomprehensible to you. It sounds like Ula Nuga Luaki Munga.
Go for it, Mist. Get in there.
I mean, I have to actually. It's part of my flaw. Yeah, so I actually do
The
sneak
rest of you
in.
notice he's been gone for a while. He's back, though, with news about thoughts of fishing and dragons.
told
He
everyone
relays
that.
the thoughts. Great.
Yeah.
Where's the thief?
Where is our troublesome thief?
He went to investigate further.
And they found his bones 3 days later.
But they're beautiful bones.
Well, the thief aside, Warlock, based on the thoughts that you've gathered, I think there is no reasoning with these primitive creatures. Perhaps we put them to the blade.
What?
Whoa!
Yeah.
No. They're just seal hunters. This is clearly just a small village of seal hunters. They probably have information for us.
I'm not even sure they can communicate.
Hammerfall,
Warrior.
do you have a family of your own?
No.
Of course not.
Well,
Obviously.
you also have no honor.
I have a quest, Longfellow.
Yes, and what
We
does
all have a
murdering a
quest.
village of seal hunters have to do with your quest? You fool!
Hammerfall, we can use them to our advantage.
Explain yourself.
They may know information, and we can use them as bait.
Longfellow, you are once again, or I'm sorry, Warlock, once again you are thinking too plainly, as I would expect from you. What if we try to negotiate and they get the advantage and sick their spears on us? Perhaps it is better to ambush them first.
Then you do not have faith in your own fighting abilities. I am to approach the men standing guard, and whoever wishes to valiantly accompany me may do so.
I shall do so.
I shall
I'm
do
with the
so.
Warlock.
Honorable.
You may
Longfellow.
join us, Paladin, or you may stay here and worship your god idly.
I point my sword at Longfellow.
Whoa!
I say, Longfellow, you think yourself brave, but if you insult my god one more time, you will not be given another chance.
I have a badge on my chest that displays my bravery. Where is your god's badge?
I attack Longfellow.
Scene cut to Rogue
Hello.
peering through the curtain.
We can't
You see about 14 or 15 huddled figures eating fish together in this sort of communal hall. At the far end, you don't see that they don't have any fire or anything that you can see.
They're just eating this fish raw.
It looks like it's been prepared.
Okay.
But yeah, it's basically raw fish. And beyond them, you can see that there is a hole in the floor. It almost looks like a set of ice stairs, almost like crude spiral
Soft
stairs
stone.
carved into the ice leading down. So there's something under the ice under this building. You don't know if it's like a cellar or if it just leads down into the plateau or what. But you'd have to, there's pretty much no way you could weave through these people to get there. You'd have to go around the back of the building, slice through the back of the hut, and try to sneak in without them, to prevent them from seeing you, if you so wished to. Or you could just announce yourself or just return to your party.
I'm gonna go do that. I'm gonna go cut the back of the hut.
I thought you might.
I have to, damn it.
this really cool thing.
This is a crazy flaw.
All right, and you got your knife, right?
What's
so
his
you're just
flaw?
like,
He's curious. He has
My flaw is egotist. The more impossible the job, the more attractive you find it.
Nice.
So the more
like
risk
that.
I take, the
Yeah.
more I have to do it.
Oh,
more
mine's
seductive it is.
adventurous.
so
yeah.
good.
All right, so you start cutting into the back of the hall, knowing that it's there aren't too many people near that location when you saw, so you should be able to pull it off. But I'm going to have you make another stealth check to actually sneak inside the building without being seen. Good news is you got furs and stuff, so you kind of look like them.
Right. Awesome. Okay. Plus my dex, I'm assuming.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
So that is 16.
All right.
Oh no.
You sort of get to the steps.
Crap.
You are sort of surprised when one of them actually comes up the staircase and just sort of looks up at you. And he's got sort of weather-beaten features, very Eskimo-like, basically.
Right.
And he just says, "Alak mulak ula ula, monkey butt."
Okay.
Basically says a bunch of gibberish to you.
Right. I jump on top of him and try to stab him in his face.
Oh, no.
Who are you people?
Cut to.
I like this cutting. This is good.
Is there any way I can attack Longfellow where I do not try to kill, but try to maim in such a way that I send a message?
You can basically deal damage to a person, but treat it as non-lethal.
Okay, I'll do that.
But before you do, those of you who are not the rogue, just make initiative checks, because you guys all can see this is boiling.
Yes, that's the.
So Underhill, what did you roll?
1.
Another natural 1.
We're cursed.
You are. Blade?
18.
Do we add our dex to this?
Yes.
Oh, in that case, that is a 22.
22
Underhill is a 4.
for a whopping 4. Flint.
21.
Okay. So Blade and Flint, you're sort of astute enough to know, oh, this isn't going well. Looks like it might escalate. Oh, it's about to escalate. How did you do?
I didn't know I was supposed to.
Oh, yeah,
mention.
yeah.
9.
9
plus
plus-
my dex.
Yes.
12.
12. And Samuel.
20.
All right. So you can see Samuel is about to do something potentially life-threatening. Blade, what do you do?
Dash in front, like this. Try to grasp his arm.
All right.
That's not a good
Do
idea.
you say anything, or is it just all action?
Hold!
Let him have it.
Flint?
I am going to love healing his ass.
Flint, he's leapt into the fray and sort of tried to stay the paladin's hand. What do you do? Anticipating all this.
I assume I got back on my horse when we got onto the for the travel.
I assume as much.
And
yes.
I just watch.
Okay.
Neutral.
You're like, oh, this is splendid.
Yeah, I would have put my axe in the way maybe, but he did it. So.
And then it's Sam Hammerfall.
Elf, what are you doing? Preventing a paladin's judgment is the most grievous sin. Do you wish to perish as well?
We do not strike each other.
I strike who I choose. And you are looking like a very good target.
Sam, listen to me. We need each other.
Samuel!
Samuel.
Refer to me as Samuel.
Is it Samuel or Samuel?
Either is fine.
Listen to me, please, I beg of you. We are about to face dangers we have never known. We need each other now more than ever. Please.
I will make you a deal. High Elf, since you seem so desperate. If you take up the faith, I will stay my hand.
Just tell him what he wants to hear, Elf.
I heard that.
Fine.
And so you guys have been doing this for about 6 seconds now, and then Longfellow, a little slow on the uptake at first, but yeah, your life was just threatened.
I have my shield ready.
Yes.
And I say, sorry, what's your name? Samuel. I am a cleric. I have committed my life to the healing word. You are a soldier of God. You will be a soldier here. Do you understand?
Wow.
Nice.
I do not take orders.
You
From
will
anyone.
take orders from a military officer slash cleric.
It is as if you want a sword in your face.
I want a soldier willing to be a soldier. Are you that? Let us approach the settlement and let us resolve this. Time is of the essence.
I hope you die first.
I hope to
kind of
heal
god do you
you.
Underhill, you were ready to jump in. You realize like your sword's like frozen in your hilt.
Ian, it's
Acting
it's
on a
not nice
4,
guy.
what do you do?
Oh, is it actually not a nice
Not,
guy?
not a nice guy.
Oh.
Isn't there enough pain already? Why must we inflict pain on ourselves when there is a greater pain that must be vanquished? Hammerfall, you say you worship a god. What would your god say about this pain that is inflicted on all of us? Would he appreciate it? I don't think he would. We will stay the course.
All right, at the end of your action, which is brilliant, thank you. I'd like to know all of your passive wisdom perception scores. You don't have to roll for this. It should
15.
just be on your sheet. And it will be under
here's
your
11.
proficiency bonus
here,
section.
Minus
That's it.
1. So 7.
So, oh gosh, okay. Yikes. Okay. 11, 7,
17.
15.
okay. 15.
I'm sorry, it's under ability scores? Wisdom?
Proficiency
it should
bonus.
be your,
It's the last one under proficiency bonus.
Oh, passive perception?
yes.
Okay, that's 14
Yeah.
for Blade.
All right. So the 15 and the 17. While this argument was going on, you realize that over the wind, the sound of your voices must have carried
Oh, no.
to the village.
Okay, that's fair.
And you can see a semicircle of heavily furred shapes with spears
my God.
kind of surrounding you all of a sudden. And they don't look threatening. They look more puzzled.
Hello.
These sort of brown, leathery faces staring at you with kind of wonder and confusion.
I try to speak to them in the common tongue, and I say, "Hello. You all seem to live harmoniously with these lands. We are seeking a wizard named Maketh. Have you heard of this person?"
One of the bigger men sort of strides forth and says, Makath,
Oh, no.
Makath. Uluki naki nuki nuki. Makath.
I point around to try to signify, like, Maketh. Maketh.
He points his spear past you to in the direction that you came from
Wow.
and says, Luki Lokola. Luki Lokola.
I told you, barbarians.
Somebody take control of this goddamn village. We came on a ship. I hop down and I draw the ship in the snow with my hand axe.
He brushes it away and says, Maki lui lui kawakalaka.
Fair enough.
He seems to be getting a little bit more agitated, and again he points to the stairs.
I hold
Oh,
out
look!
10 arrows to him.
He looks at the arrows. Puzzled. Like it's the tiniest spears he's ever seen.
I say,
He's like, are these for my children?
I say, for you!
He sort of takes the spear, or he takes the little spears, and he hands them to his a sort of long-haired woman in bundled up furs next to him, and she looks at them, and she kind of gnaws on one. And he says something. You can make a wisdom insight check if you have the insight skill. If you don't, it's just a wisdom skill. That'll do.
14
You
plus
get, this,
4.
you get the sense that he's grateful. He seems to understand it's a gift. Little spears for little people. And he will shout to some other tribesmen, and one of the men comes forth and gives you a batch of animal pelts.
Hey, not bad.
Okay.
Not bad.
See what a little kindness does, Hammerfall?
It wastes time.
And then they point again to the staircase.
Perhaps,
Good job, Longfellow.
Perhaps
We
he's
got a
telling
bunch of
us
skins.
we are going the wrong way.
Has anybody seen
Or he's
Mist?
telling us to go back the way
Has
we
anybody
came.
seen
Has
Mist?
anybody seen Mist?
That's a fine question. Somebody has seen Mist, and that's the problem.
Oh no.
Make your attack.
Oh, actually, I have an assassinate skill.
Splendid. Use it.
I'm gonna use that. Yeah.
Oh no.
How's the skill work? Was
Quick
he
question
just
also. Is your mind reading
You
still
hit,
happening?
you score against
No,
a,
it's
Is that a
30
one?
seconds.
Oh, okay.
a creature that is surprised as a critical hit.
Yes.
Okay.
Sounds.
And I'm going to give you advantage on the check because he's a little bit surprised that you're trying to slit his throat. So you can roll 2 dice and take the higher
Oh
result.
my god.
Max's rolls today.
This is a way to die.
I got 19. I think
You're definitely going to hit, and you are going to crit. So what that means is you roll double the number of dice you would normally roll for your weapon attack, and then add all your other modifiers.
and it's a what is D6?
You're using okay.
2d6.
Yeah.
2d6.
Yeah. So you roll 2d6 and add your modifiers.
Oh, 1
It's a 1.
and a 4
Plus
plus
your dexterity bonus, I think.
my dex bonus.
4.
Plus 4.
Okay. All right. That causes him to sort of gurgle and spit up blood, and you can sort of, as you're slitting his throat or stabbing him through the neck or whatever, however your preferred method of assassination is,
I think it's slit. I'm definitely
Yeah.
gonna go for a slit.
then you can sort of wheel him down, like back down the stairs with you.
Psycho.
So when the people who are like eating their fish kind of look back, they kind of, it's almost like they think he might have like fallen or tripped or something. They look back and you're just gone. You're not
Very
inside.
swift.
Yeah.
Sweet. So
So you're down in the stairs now with this bleeding out,
gurgling, man.
gurgling woman.
Oh
actually,
God.
when you look, and
Like, oh, not my preferred prey.
and then you realize you're kind of on a staircase with a corpse. What would you like to do?
I'm going to drag the corpse down. Back down. As
Now,
well, I'm
this-
assuming there's furs, right?
There
Like,
is.
underneath?
She's got there's
So
furs.
I'm gonna try to like as stealthily like dampen the sound as
Okay.
yeah.
All right. Now it's a little bit awkward because the staircase is only about 5 feet high, so you're like crouched down and dragging this thing behind you. And God help you if there's somebody else coming up the stairs. All right. And so you disappear into the icy depths. This staircase goes down quite a ways.
Nice.
And it gets cold and almost like the ice starts to turn from white to blue.
Ooh.
And you realize, oh, it's dark. And then as it starts to get dark, you look down further ahead where you're going, and there's kind of a glow,
Oh.
a bluish glow. And when you get down to the bottom, you see that this staircase ends at just this, at a hole in the floor, actually in the ceiling of a cave. And there's a ladder that you would have to climb down to reach the floor of the cave. And it's all glacial ice, and there seems to be sort of an ambient light in the ice itself.
Oh my God. Just by myself.
Missed adventure, yeah.
Yeah.
Mist's adventure.
Mist's
Meanwhile, the paladin stirring up shit again.
Oh god.
Perhaps we should go see where Mist went. I think we saw him last over in the
Well,
hut.
as soon as we get these friendly folk out of our face with these spears, we'll be right on it.
He's probably dead.
What makes you say that?
He does not have the Lord and Savior on his side.
All right.
What better fate could he expect? Have we killed these barbarians yet?
I say, Oya Vigatan.
Ooh, nice.
And he nods and outstretches his hands. We're Vigaton.
I go in and I hug him.
Whoa.
Whoa. How do you miss the spear?
You're hugging his like crotch.
Yeah,
you
just
realize that, right?
Yeah. Wrapped around his leg. His leg's like.
And I say, we're all friends.
Not all.
Just take it easy for a goddamn minute.
Nobue Lakaloak. Nobue Lakaloak. Ika Nokolak.
Underhill, I'm not sure he likes that.
Back home.
You can all make wisdom checks, or if you have the insight skill, you can use it to sort of gauge what his mood is and how he's, not what he's saying, but how he's saying it. It's a little hard because they are kind of a different looking people and they're hard to read.
14.
14.
I have the insight skill.
Great.
7.
I have 12.
All right.
A measly 7.
All right. With the 14, you're not exactly sure. You get the sense that despite your overtures of friendship, he doesn't want you here, not because he's a unlikable person and doesn't like company, but because he's afraid for you. You get the sense that he's pointing that way because he wants you to go home and forget about Makath.
I think we're at the right place. I think he's warning us.
Perhaps you should draw an image of a warrior fighting a dragon and say it is us.
He seemed to get a little upset last time.
Did not like the drawing.
It was a
yes.
it was a crude boat. It was I'll draw it. Let me draw
Yes,
it.
you are a very
You're a high
skilled
elf,
scholar.
I do a very, very ornate drawing of a large dragon attacking villages, and the 6 of us.
Yeah.
Very, very, very caricatures, but you can tell.
Yeah.
And
Olomaya no
we are
Wicker.
in search of a wizard, a female wizard,
Fight the dragon.
to fight the dragon.
Olonayak Makath.
Makath.
Yeah.
Olonayak means.
Can I just walk past all of this?
Yeah.
Can I just go into the village?
All attention is on his remarkable drawing. The villagers are just like,
Yeah, as the fighter
talent.
is drawing, I am going to move past and see if I can find a way forward.
All right.
Blade, very good drawing.
The rest of you kind of notice there's kind of a weird sort of silence and happiness all of a sudden. And it's like, oh, the paladin's gone.
Where is that god-loving paladin?
Who gives a damn?
He's not the most stealthy guy, so you can probably kind of see him wander.
There he is.
Mist has been gone for a while, everyone. We should go find him.
Your sense is, as they look at the picture, and they do marvel at it, they're very impressed. They point to the dragon, they seem to understand, and they say, Aurathator.
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 That is the dragon.
And I point at Makath again.
Makath.
Makath.
They point to the snow.
Oh no.
Below us.
Okay.
How do we get below? How do we walk below?
Nui, nui, nui.
Yeah.
Nui, nui, nui.
Draw him something. draw the ice and
The ice.
go below the ice. I don't know.
What? Draw a dragon underground.
Go walk lock, nui, nui.
I draw a picture of the largest man who's been talking to us. I draw a picture of him, and it's like
And
pretty.
he looks measurably bigger than the other ones.
Yeah. I draw a picture of him leading us
No.
with us behind him, and he's pointing us to directions, and it's a sort of gesture. Would you?
He says, Mak nulak, ulak nui nui. And he says, and he sort of gestures for you to follow him.
Cool. Absolutely. Yes.
You sort of are striding over. What would you like to do? They're off talking to El Capitan or Chieftain or whatever his name is.
So this village, these dome-like buildings,
Yes.
are there quite a few of them?
Some of them are made of ice and snow. Others have seal skin rooftops, and there are about at least a dozen that you can see.
Okay. So, curious, I want to know what sort of trouble the thief got himself in. Is there any way that I could search for footsteps or sort of track him in any way?
You could if you have the survival skill.
I do.
Excellent.
Nice.
I have that.
7.
Oddly, you're unable to find his tracks. Not surprisingly, because the wind seems to have
Sure.
erased them. But I'll let you make a wisdom perception check.
Okay. Eight. Not rolling super hot today.
As you are looking around, somebody taps you on the shoulder.
I look in the direction of the
And when you
tap.
turn around, you're just like looking at a wall of fur. And then you realize, no, it's actually like a 7-foot tall Eskimo guy.
Oh.
Greetings, barbarian.
He pushes you down.
Oh!
You shouldn't have done
Oh god.
Can we see this happening?
Yeah, you kind of do.
Because we're like walking toward it, right?
Yeah.
I run over there to try to stop it.
Paladin, stop messing around over there.
This barbarian assaulted me. That is punishment. The right punishment is death. Say you not?
I look at our.
Look, we're friends now.
Friends
we
now.
befriended them. There's no need.
I look at the leader and I say, "You could just take that guy." I draw the paladin in like, just take him. We don't care.
Will they lead us out of here? I want to
Yes.
get out of this godforsaken place.
They're taking us to Maketh.
They know where Maketh is.
They're leading us there. No thanks to you.
All I care about is the quest.
Yeah, I know that doesn't seem true.
Fall in line, Paladin.
As you sort of get back to your feet and you face down this big guy, he looks a little contrite when like the chieftain comes striding over with all your friends, like he could be in serious trouble. And around the same time that you guys show up with the next to the paladin, this fur-clad woman, older woman, white hair, comes out of one of the ice huts, and she says, "Peace."
Ooh.
Ah, you speak the common tongue.
Little.
We search for Maketh.
Makath with dragon. She said, and the chieftain starts speaking to her, and they start to speak in their language, and then she says, "Barking seal," pointing to the chieftain, says, "One of you fight Orca Heart."
Time to prove your worth.
The paladin will fight
Paladin.
Orca
And they start talking to each other, and then she argues with the chieftain and tries to talk him out of something, but the chieftain is adamant, and she says, "Fight Orca Heart, then to dragon go. Then dragon not eat village."
Gladly.
Which one's Orca Heart? It's like
Yeah.
the 7-foot guy.
Oh.
Our paladin friend already has problems with Orca Heart.
That is Orca Heart's way of saying friendship.
Oh,
Oh.
well, we don't like him much anyway.
Samuel, fight the Orca Heart.
Do you want
Orca
us
Heart
to
pushes you
kill
down
Orca
again.
Heart?
Yeah. Dude,
Actually, he tries to. You're like, not this
So
time, pal.
he pushing people down is his
Shoving
way of,
is his way of
friendship.
saying how.
I try to push him down.
Okay, let's make a pose strength check.
Okay.
21.
You actually succeed. You push him
Nice.
down. He seems quite pleased. And then the chieftain, quite pleased with this whole situation, basically has you and everybody walk off to this precipice. This place where the snow and the ice just sort of fall away into a chasm. And the woman is sort of interpreting everything that the chieftain is blathering on about in his native language, and you get the idea that Orca Heart and a challenger are having a test to see who can push the other off the cliff.
That's so cool.
And if if you guys win, they will let you go to the dragon, because you will have bested the tribe.
Has anybody seen Mist?
Missed. You find yourself in an ice cave. You can put the body like under some ice and snow.
Yeah, that's what I
in the
want to. I
cave.
want to hide the
Yeah,
body.
exactly. This cave that you're in is strangely has kind of a weird carvedness to it. It's kind of rectangular. You're
I
not
wish
sure how
Flint Barkmoss was here to teach me about the carvings.
exactly. You're not sure how far down in the ice you've gone, but there is one tunnel exit leading away from this cave, and it seems to slope down. The cave, otherwise, contains a few dozen baskets woven from leather strips and walrus ribs. They seem to be stacked up in one place, and there's a whole bunch of frozen fish and skin-wrapped bundles of what you assume is like fish meat or shark meat or something, thrown, kind of placed around the cave. But there is nobody here at present.
And where's the glow coming from again?
The walls.
From the walls.
The
okay,
ice
so it's-
itself, yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, can I
It's a
perceive
magic
if there's-
ice island.
if there's anything like useful for me to take?
Certainly, unless you have a fondness for shark meat or whale blubber.
So
There's not much here for you. You can, however, make a wisdom perception check to see if you hear anything beyond the tunnel.
Ooh.
I will do that. Yes. Would that be
Wisdom.
Your wisdom.
plus wisdom, which
Yeah.
I don't have much of? 6.
You hear nothing but a kind of cold wind blowing through the place.
Ooh, that sounds cold.
Yes, it does.
I proceed into the tunnel.
When you proceed in the tunnel, it splits in two directions, left and right. It also widens in both directions. The tunnels, as you look down them, are kind of uneven. They're not perfectly carved. They sort of go up and down, but they kind of curve off away in both directions. You think somewhere in the distance you might hear a dog barking. Then it stops. Left or right? Both go down.
I will actually mark, if there's a wall, I'm going to mark which tunnel I go into, which is
Okay.
the left one.
All right.
That's a good move.
Yeah. It's just in
When
case
you follow
it's
the
ever
left
catch up to
tunnel,
me.
you see that it continues to descend, and it's about 15, 20 feet wide. Just wide enough for a big dragon to squeeze through if it wanted to. You know? Just saying.
Just saying.
And then, while it continues its descent, there is a narrow side passage, only about 4 or 5 feet wide, really just a crack in the wall that seems to lead to a side cave.
I go into the side cave. Can I perceive if there are any markings of like scratch marks or something that would look like an animal of a very large size, possibly a dragon, has dug through?
Do you have survival skill?
I have a perception and investigation.
Your perception skill doesn't reveal much other than this is not a naturally formed tunnel. It appears to have been dug out by something big.
And I go into the side cave.
I thought you might.
I'm like, oh, okay.
You see that the cave that you enter is disheveled and filthy. You see half-eaten fish heads and gnawed seal flippers tossed around, along with heaps of furs here and there. You can also hear there is another exit on the far side of this cave, and you can hear suddenly an eruption of barking noises there, like there's a dog fight, but it's like a puppy fight. They're like little yipping dogs. They're not big sled dogs or anything like that.
That's messed up.
Yeah.
There's one thing I can't stand. It's puppy fights.
Yes.
Puppy abuse is unacceptable.
And other than the fish heads and stuff in the room, there doesn't seem to be much of value that you can see. But there's a heck of a dogfight going on in that other room.
Any clues of how many people could possibly be in that room? Like
You hear maybe a dozen dogs.
a dozen
Whoa.
dogs.
Yeah.
No human sounds.
No human sounds.
I sneak in to check where if those are actually puppies and not
When
just
you look
like
in, you see
horrible monster fish.
kobolds.
That's not good.
You see little kind of dog-headed reptilian men. Their scales are kind of like white color, off-white color, and there's like a ring of them around the outside, and they're all yipping. And then there's like 5 of them fighting each other in the middle, and they seem to be tearing at each other for something. They're fighting over something, but you can't tell what it is. And they're too all inwardly focused to notice the strange figure watching them from the shadows of the tunnel. You also see there is another exit from this cave. You just seem to be going from cave to cave to cave, getting deeper into this complex. And then we go back to you guys. So, Orca Heart is standing on the precipice, waiting for someone to throw over.
Samuel?
I am the most qualified challenger.
That's absolutely true.
May God be with you, Hammerfall.
He
No
always
pain, no
is.
gain, right?
Explain this competition to me, barbarian.
The chieftain will start to blather on in a language you don't understand. So the woman who's sort of like the camp druid, she will interpret and say that the first one to throw the other guy over the cliff wins.
This is a win-win for us.
Mechanically, the
We
way
can't
it
go wrong.
works is that the 2 individuals make opposed strength checks, and one person has to have it's not simple, it's not enough to win. You have to beat the other person's roll by 5 or more.
So, my character has an extra attack. Can I apply that in this situation?
No,
Okay.
no. It's not these are not attacks, it's just
Okay.
a strength
strength, yeah.
checks.
18 strength.
Yes. Now, if woe betide you, you are thrown off. There is actually a chance that you can grab onto the lip of the chasm and
I won't be thrown off.
so let us make these mighty rolls. Roll well, my friend.
Here we go.
Orca rolled a 10.
Oh no.
I rolled a 12.
Oh, okay.
All right, so these guys collide.
Right.
They push back and forth, and he manages to sort of get Orca up closer to the edge. It's very close, but you didn't beat him by 5 or more, so we continue.
Hammerfall!
Is everyone chanting?
Keep at it, Hammerfall!
What's that?
Is everyone chanting right now?
Yeah, they
Do
are.
we have an audience?
Hammerfall!
Yes, they are.
I'm not chanting.
You're not? You're on your horse.
I'm just
You're the
watching.
superior.
Yeah.
I taunt him. I said, I thought this was a competition. Put up a fight, barbarian.
Olamuko! He rolled a 18.
I rolled an 11.
All right, make a dexterity saving throw.
No.
So, I have Aura of Protection. Whenever you or a friendly creature within 10 feet of you
Yeah.
must make a saving throw, the creature gains a +2 bonus.
Sweet.
So, I hope that helps. 16.
All right, you are successful. So you are hanging on the edge of the precipice. All right. Orca Heart pulls you up,
I like this guy.
and then he tries to push you off again. Opposed rolls.
Perhaps you will learn something about valiance.
Did you say balance?
Oh,
9.
Man.
You rolled a 6.
Ooh.
Yeah.
You push him. You push him to the brink, but he.
Keep
pushes
at it,
harder.
Hammerfall!
Here we go. 20.
9.
Oh!
Make another saving throw. I take it you guys are just staying out of this for the time being? You're not gonna like.
Yeah.
Okay. Successful.
18, yep.
Orca Heart will pull you up.
Just out of curiosity, how sheer is this cliff?
Well, those of you who are present can look down and see that it goes down about 200 feet.
So it is death. Focus, Samuel!
All right, and he sort of brushes the snow off here.
I nod.
And then he tries to push you off.
All
again.
right, let's try to push him off.
18.
18 as well.
All right, you guys are locked and you do not move.
Hammerfall!
The irresistible object meeting the immovable force. And then down below, what do you do?
Oh man.
Making me nervous.
So I look at the situation and I'm like, not advantageous to me. And then I back out and try to go back up the tunnel.
Right.
To,
As you retreat, they don't see you, but you do hear this triumphant yell from one of the kobolds in. And you can see that he's got a pouch held aloft in his hand triumphantly.
You want that pouch?
No, I feel like he's not dumb enough to just go for a pouch. It would have to be. I would have to know for a fact that is like something very, 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 very important.
And very impossible to get.
Oh God! But is it worth it? I think he would still need a glimmer of like, because I'm assuming it just looks like a pouch, right?
Yeah, it's just a pouch.
It's like a
Just a
normal
pouch.
little
Yeah, just a pouch. And then he
Simple
pours
pouch.
out.
Would they be
Then
fighting for it if it
he
was-
pours out a bunch of sparkling jewels for all the others to gaze upon. And all the kobolds are like, ooh.
If there's a god, curse him.
There
Still
it
want to
is.
retreat?
No, I survey the situation.
Flashy, flashy.
I wait. I actually wait and see where the winning kobold goes, and I stalk him.
All right.
Nice.
That's using your noodle.
That is using your noodle. Well done.
Like I'm just jumping, like those shoes are mine.
Well, the other kobolds are getting ready to come in your direction, so you probably want to hide and try to let
Yes.
them pass. Make a stealth check. They're only about 3.5 feet tall, so they just sort of amble past you.
15.
They do not see you in the shadows of the walls. When they go past, you follow the other guy who's sort of sitting in the room by himself, enjoying his winnings.
Oh, interesting. How big is this room? Is it still like that kind of?
It's a angular cave about 30 feet across, with another exit apart from the one that you came through,
And
the
so
kobolds left from.
Okay, so they left from it, or so did
Yeah,
they?
they basically left him alone because he won the contest.
It's
And
the
now
room they were fighting.
Now he's with his gems.
Right.
And as you sort of sneak into the room, and you're being very stealthy, you see that he sort of is preparing to leave. So he's going a different direction.
That's your chance.
Oh, I'm gonna slow his throat.
All right.
I'm gonna assassinate him.
Be my guest. Make an attack roll. You have surprise, so you have advantage.
16 plus.
You're gonna hit him.
Okay, that's a hit.
And
Damages.
5 and 6.
All right.
Very nice.
So he's
You
a
gack
dead
him.
duck.
You gack him. And when you sort of pick up the diamonds that he drops in the ice, and boy, that's really hard to finding diamonds in ice isn't easy. You see that there's quite a lot here. I don't know where these kobolds got such a rich trove.
Oh no. Payday for you.
Dragons love treasure.
Now, there's a pile of kobolds now behind you.
Don't go that way.
So if you want to avoid them, your only way to go is deeper into the complex.
Oh, I'm definitely gonna go deeper.
I
then.
thought you might.
Yeah. Clearly.
All right. Meanwhile, on the precipice, are the rest of you doing anything when these two behemoths slam into each other?
I'm appreciating this battle. I cheer on.
It's
Yes.
a mano-a-mano sort of a
Yes.
situation, right?
At the moment, it is.
Yeah.
Nobody else seems to be intervening.
I don't think I would anyway.
The big guy's getting a lot of rallying support from his indigenous tribe mates.
I go paladin.
I put my arm around the shoulders of the tribe mates and I get excited about
Yes.
this battle.
They smile and
Yes.
laugh and say things that you don't understand.
Me as well, yes.
And Urquhart rolls a mighty 22.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
7.
All right, make another one of those saving throws.
Uh, 14.
You are successful.
Oh my god.
He pulls you up a third time, and then he sort of raises your arms up high, and the chieftain blathers on about something for a while, and the druid says, You have proven yourselves unbeatable. This is a standoff and a draw.
Oh, that's a mercy.
She says, none shall fall today.
I'm glad that Orca Heart lives.
Yeah.
Basically, if you were able to hold on 3 times, that's true.
Gotcha.
It's hard to beat Orca Heart in its own game.
Yeah.
I do believe the power of God was on your side, Hammerfall.
Was there ever a question, Warlock?
Please,
Yes.
let us not go that far. It was barely a win, if that.
Would you like to face off against Okahart?
No. Let's find Maketh.
My cat.
It's harder than it looks.
Has anybody
My goodness.
seen Mist?
No one has missed.
Yeah.
Yes, you've all missed. So, after you've gotten away from the cliff's edge, the druid will take you past sort of this large hall that they have, where you sort of notice there's kind of a slash down the back wall. You don't know how that happened.
Oh no.
Takes you past that and takes you to her hut. And in the corner of her hut is an icy staircase going down. And she directs you to take it.
I tie up my horse outside and I say, Daniel, I love you.
Daniel.
Stay here. We left
Look
Bloodworth
after
down by
Bloodworth.
the... yeah. I can't remember if Bloodworth is with us or down at the bottom.
He's with you.
Okay, I tie
He's
them
a
together.
mule, so he had no problem with this.
Okay. I say,
like,
please
I do this
take
all
care of
day.
each other. And I say to the druid, I'm like, please watch my animals.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
We'll
You're-
protect.
Your
Thank you,
animals,
thank
Daniel and Bloodworth.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Whom
yes.
I love, both of them dearly.
Yes.
I say to the druid, do you think the thief is dead? He's probably dead. And then I go down the ladder.
She's like,
Stairs.
what thief?
Oh, is it stairs or is it the ladder?
Stairs,
I'm sorry.
It's stairs. Stairs going down.
I'm sorry. Go down.
That's
I go
right.
down the stairs.
All right. What? You guys take the ice stairs down to a cavern. You imagine that you've gone down about, I want to say about 70 feet. And then the ice stairs stop short of the cavern. Basically, it breaks through the ceiling of this cavern, and then there's a ladder leading down. But you've seen no signs of the thief's passage, or the rogue's passage through this way. The cavern that you see below you is empty except for 3 bundles of rolled up seal skins at the base of the ladder, and a bed of piled furs in one corner. Lying on the furs, you can see what appears to be a sick villager.
Oh.
Pain. We must help him. This villager is sick.
I will heal him.
Have we descended the ladder?
If the
Thank you,
cleric's
Lord.
powers are insufficient, which
have
they
to.
likely are, I can also heal the sick villager.
Thank you, Hammerfall. Thank you, Longfellow. Heal this person.
Oh, please, show us.
Restoration do?
Are you ready for the power of God?
Yes, I would love to see it in action.
I use lay on hands in an attempt to cure whatever is ailing this villager.
Alrighty.
Oh, I can end disease.
I try to make it as showy as possible.
Okay, when you lay your hands on and the holy light of your God warms his flesh, his breathing becomes no longer labored.
Seems pretty good to me, Longfellow.
Looks more like magic than religion to me.
Well, you wouldn't know the difference.
In any case, he is healed. We should question him.
La la nookie nookie.
That got us very far.
Blade, draw something.
We don't,
What would you have me draw?
we don't need to waste time talking to this guy. Let's just keep going into this cavern.
I agree, let's go.
But why is he down here?
He was sick.
He works down here.
stuck.
Who knows?
We did the man a favor. Let's move on.
Sala quick quick naga naga.
Makath.
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 He points. Make sure I got this right. He points to. There are 2 passages leading away from this room. He points to the one on your left. And then he makes a sort of makes a fishhook move with his hand, indicating that once you take the left passage, you want to take another left.
Oh, great.
Thank you.
It seems these barbarians are worth more than just blathering.
Yeah, they're people, Paladin.
Well, in any case, I use my divine sense to make sure we are not charging into danger.
Okay. As you are doing that, the villager that you healed is like hugging and kissing your boot.
That is where you belong.
But he seems very happy to do it. And,
It's fine. We look down on humans as well.
Oh my God.
Good one, cleric.
I can use. I favor these mountains, and I have an almost primeval awareness. That's the name of the spell of these surroundings.
yes.
I can expend one first level spell slot, of which I have 4, and for 1 minute per level of spell slot I expend, I can sense whether the following types of creatures are present within 6 miles, since we're in a mountain, right?
Wow, yeah. That could be the whole island.
Aberrations, celestials, dragons, elementals, fae, fiends, and the undead. It doesn't reveal their location or number.
You sense the presence of a dragon.
There's definitely the dragon down there.
I'm sorry, what were the other ones? Aberrations.
Aberrations, celestials, elementals,
No,
fae, fiends, and undead.
Fiends and undead. There's nothing of the others.
Do I sense anything within 60 feet?
Yes. There's evil all around you.
What are gnolls?
They're chaotic evil.
Okay.
Bad. Gnolls are big, tall, hyena-like
Oh, okay.
creatures. Savage.
I didn't know.
They wear like
They're
rib cages for hats. They're just bad
Oh, okay,
people.
okay.
Awesome.
I don't like them.
Rib cages for hats, though.
I
Fashionable.
try to address the party. I say, adventurers, we are about to step into a den of evil. I suggest we protect ourselves, and by that I mean get behind me.
Fair enough.
Fine.
Lead on.
All right. You walk into a larder, what appears to be a supply room of mostly dried frozen fish, whale, seal, walrus. There's like pieces of a giant cut up squid, all kinds of crazy crap around this room. It seems like a ton of food, and the villagers, they don't look like they've touched any of it.
Warlock, you seem to be fond of scouting. Could you perform a little reconnaissance?
Yes, I will.
You also see some rope and some pulleys sort of piled up in a corner. Doesn't seem like something that these villagers would have access to normally either.
Oh man. Okay.
And iron hooks.
Okay. So I have a pretty good idea what this room is for. Are there any other entrances or exits in this room?
Yeah, you can see that there's kind of a ramp up to another tunnel exit.
Oh god, do I realize that I'm just getting closer and closer to a dragon? Like,
No.
I can just kind of like, I feel it. I feel like that.
Well, yeah, you feel like you're
Like-
sinking deeper and deeper into the complex, and if there is a dragon down here, if you keep going this direction, chances are you'll run into it.
Oh, wonderful. I poisoned the food.
But on the with
What?
I have poison.
great, you lace the food.
Okay, I lace all the food, and then
I'll keep you busy for a few minutes.
and then I guess I'll hide for.
All right,
I'll hide. Yeah, I'll hide.
all right, cool. Well, it's a good thing that you tried to hide. In fact, I'd like you to make a stealth check.
Oh, cool.
Oh, man. Oh. I don't know. That might be okay.
That would be 12.
Okay. You hear something approach, and when it enters, it looks like about an 8-foot tall, kind of lean-built or spindly troll. But rather than having the typical green flesh of the troll, you see that its flesh is translucent, like ice, and it crackles when it walks.
Frost troll.
And it comes into the room. It's not particularly perceptive because you don't think you were that well hidden. You kind of had to improvise.
Right.
But it seems to grab just a slab of meat sneakily, like it thinks it's being super sneaky, and leave.
Like, haha.
That was
To
a smart
myself.
move.
That's cool.
All right. The rest of you follow the paladin. Paladin, when you come out, when you leave that room and you take the left turn that was suggested to you, you see a curving passage that descends ever deeper into the glacial ice, and the ice here is sort of a glow, a blue glow. There are 2 passages and the wall curves. On the outer curve of the wall, you see 2 side passages, one after another, about 20 feet apart.
Without saying anything, I look to the Warlock.
So there's three ways to go?
They're straight ahead, essentially, and then 2 side passages.
I'm going
One after the
to
other.
stealth straight ahead.
Yep. Okay.
Turning
As far as you can go, kind of dealy, or how far away from them do you want to get?
Um,
Because it looks like you can go pretty far.
30 feet.
Okay.
I say to the cleric, didn't that villager tell us to go left again?
We should go left.
Well, he's already gone.
Straight would be.
Yep. 30 feet will get you pretty much in front of the second side passage. And in that side passage, you hear crackling sounds. Like ice breaking, or ice crunching underfoot or something. And you also hear running water.
I am going to return and tell the party.
Okay.
What was the suspense there for? What else were you
I
gonna do?
thought maybe about going in
Oh,
there.
okay.
Very effective scouting.
Yeah. All right, so you come back.
Come back, relay the information.
Yes.
I think it is difficult for us to proceed forward without identifying the source of the sound.
I would agree. For once.
I don't like the sound of it. It sounds painful.
God, milk that cow.
I was once in a village of gnomes, and they had a device which played music, but it was broken, and it only played the same part of the song over and over again. You remind me of that device.
I wouldn't advise venturing that way.
Well,
Unfortunately, that noise was coming from the side passage, so at least the straight ahead passage seemed pretty quiet.
If we put 2 and 2 together, adventurers, I detected a den of evil. We are entering a god-forsaken place, and we hear noises ahead. I think it is best to prepare for battle.
yeah.
Perhaps it is unwise for the Warlock to scout further because it will put his life at risk. So if we just go in expecting a fight, perhaps we will be in an advantageous position.
What say you, Longfellow?
Let us all go as one cohesive unit. Charge! I mean, I can heal you if we get hurt.
We should charge quietly, though.
A soldier
maybe.
anymore.
Perhaps we should use our strengths to our advantage and form a formation that would put us in the best position.
Well, I think you and I are fighters, strong. You're a fighter.
This is my kind of thing, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
You can either go 2 by 2 or single file in these passages. They're wide enough.
I'd like to go in front if I may.
Fair,
you can front.
fair enough. I'll go behind you.
Let us hope you are worthy.
The battle excites me.
Paladin, I assume you're going in front.
Let myself and the fighter so eager to prove himself lead the charge.
All right.
You
I'll follow.
alone behind us, and then the warlock, the cleric, and then the warlock in the very back.
Seems like a good strategy.
Aye.
Let us go forth.
I ready my great axe.
All right. And your plan is to ignore the side passages and just keep going straight, or do you want to investigate each side passage in turn?
You guys are in the
We
front.
got a dragon to kill. We're going straight.
Okay, I like that logic.
All right.
Whatever.
Then you continue to descend, marching straight. You come to a point where it again continues straight, more or less, taking highs and lows, but generally descending. And then you see a fairly wide side passage. If you wish to ignore that, you can.
Can I just make a perception check to see if I hear anything coming
Absolutely.
from that passage? Oh, okay. So it fell off the table. What is the DM rule for?
Roll again.
Okay. $21.
These. Let's see. You feel kind of a bit of a wash of heat coming through, but other than that, it's quiet.
I say, kind of in a hushed tone, hold. Hopefully you guys listen.
We hold.
Okay. I felt it. I felt what I believe is the dragon coming from that direction, pointing to where I felt the wave of heat.
Then let us stand here like cowards or proceed.
We shall proceed.
For once I agree with you. We shall proceed.
All right, so you leave the main corridor, head to the side, which is just as wide a space. You enter this very large cave. Fortunately, it seems to be empty and unused. There are ice pillars, naturally formed, that sort of support this the craggy ceiling, and there are icicles the size of giant stalactites hanging from the ceiling here. But there is another exit from the room, and it's a bit higher up. It seems to slope upward, and the heat comes from there, the higher room.
Can I use my nature or survival skills to try to tell the source of the heat?
Sure.
Or-
Just make a nature check.
I rolled an 11.
You can't discern the source. You don't think it's like a vent or anything like that. And then it strikes you, your super sensitive dwarf nose tells you there's something about the smell on the. You can smell what appears to be oil, like from an oil lamp.
Smells like oil. Like from an oil
And you
lamp.
smell. You smell something like spicy, like cooking.
It smells kind of good.
And then you all start to smell it, just as, yeah, it's like somebody's cooking something, like soup or something.
Soup.
After the ice troll leaves, what do you do?
So there's only that one ramp that goes up, right?
Yeah.
I go peer into the ramp.
Actually, I stand corrected.
Oh.
Make a wisdom perception check.
I believe that is 12.
Nope, I was right the first time.
I wish I were smarter. I peer into the other.
Proficiency bonus is 3. Okay.
You see a small cave, almost like a crack, really, fissure, naturally formed cave that is far colder than other areas you've been in. This cold air comes up through a yawning pit in the floor that twists down into darkness, and above which a heavy iron hook is anchored in the ice of the ceiling. A 5-foot wide walkway sort of extends all around both sides of the pit, connecting this entrance to a tunnel on the far side of the room. Carved into the walls, you see images of white dragons. Crude, but there they are.
Is
Poison.
is the frost troll still in that room?
No.
No. Okay. Well, then I take some of the poisoned meat and I put it on the hook and try to lower it down.
Well, the hook is actually in the ice,
Oh.
and a rope hangs from it and drops down through the hole.
So it's not like a device that you put.
It's not
that
a
has
winch.
But there are
so
pulleys in
it's
the room,
just
the other room.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there are pulleys in the other room. You can see that somebody has conveniently left a rope here. As you kind of draw near the lip, you hear something down below. A large, open, echoing space. where sound, even the smallest and most minute kind, seems to be amplified. So you can hear like cracking ice. You can also hear something breathing.
Okay. At first, I want to see if the hook is something that someone of my stature would use. Or is it like a human
Yes.
device?
Yeah, it's a human device. You can also see it's got a loop at the end that you can basically hook a pulley onto
Oh, okay.
to create a sort of winch.
Right.
And it looks like it's in there good.
Right, so I actually go back to the previous room. I take all the pulley stuff.
Yep.
I attach it.
Okay.
Take all the poison meat. Put the poison meat.
Yep.
Lower the poison meat down, and then I proceed and go into the other room.
Okay. All right.
Nice.
And wait. Play the waiting game.
Indeed.
All right, you guys.
I'm gonna have this dragon taken care of for you guys.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
It appears that Samuel's divine sense has just led us to some sort of delicious stew.
God does always lead you on the right path. That is true.
In the midst of this
I
cave,
smelled it first.
you enter an icy chamber, and you're surprised to see a shelter has been built in the middle of it, made of scraps of this and that, in the styles of the tents that you would expect, desert nomads to use. And you see hints of wafts of smoke coming out from under the tent, and feel a fair amount of heat there too. You can see the place is lit. The tent is obviously lit inside by a number of lamps because it looks kind of bright orange from the outside. And when you sort of peer in through the folds of the tent, and it's only about 10 feet away, there's like tapestries and carpets and like braziers and like all the privileges of wealth in the middle of this ice cave on an island in the north. And then you start to see tables in there with like books and scrolls on them.
Could this be Makath's tent?
Hi! My cat! Hi!
Gonna get us killed.
Wow.
As soon as, as a reaction to him screaming, I try to hide.
Yes.
We bring you no harm.
And in fact, I try to move
Hear
away.
an echoing voice. It just seemed to come to you from the distance.
I shake my head.
SMH.
Hammerfell, what the hell are you doing down there?
Trying not to get killed.
A tiefling woman comes out of the tent and she says, "Silence, fool." And she says, "Come in, quickly."
Okay, I come into a tent.
All of you.
We all go in.
Yeah, you can see that her lavish tent contains a writing desk.
Ooh.
She's wearing a big sort of blazing crimson cloak over her shoulders with a silvery ivory brooch with a sort of a branching tree design. She's got a couple of mewling kobold attendants sort of kneeling and bowing before you. And she's filled this room with all kinds of furnishings that you would not expect to find on an ice island, things that were obviously brought from other places. And her desk is absolutely cluttered with paperwork and whatnot. And she says, "The ice trolls will be here. They might smell you, and if they do, I'm not sure I can protect you.
Who are you?
I am Makath."
We have traveled far to find you.
"Were you sent by the Brotherhood?"
Yes.
Were we?
No,
I don't remember.
I don't think we were.
Yeah.
She says, "I am in the midst of several magical translations for the dragon. I can't leave until it's finished."
You're working for the dragon?
In a fashion, yes. I think that if I can help the dragon, at least I can protect the lands that he would dare ravage.
What if a band of brave warriors were to come to you and offer to slay the dragon to free you from working for it?
I don't think you know how big the dragon is.
What is the nature of these translations?
She says, well, many of these scrolls I was able to salvage from Arathator's horde. You see, he, at one point in the past, attacked an arcane brotherhood tower in Luskan, a place called the Host Tower, and he robbed the place, took a bunch of our scrolls and books with him, and I've just recently been able to get them back. And I'm using them at the moment to help the dragon to figure out a way for the dragon to help his former mate, another dragon named Arviatris.
What do you know of the Drakhorn?
Oh, the Drakhorn. Well, it's not here. It was, but it's been taken away by some very strange masked cultists. They were rather fanatical dragon worshippers. One of them was a dwarf named Varam.
Varam.
Yes, he wore a white dragon mask.
Where are they now?
Says, I don't know. They took the horn and left some time ago. Months.
Months ago.
She says, but it can be tracked. I mean, it's a magical device of great power.
How would we track it?
Well, if I wasn't so distracted, I'd do so myself.
How can we help you not be distracted?
Well, I had planned to spend the next few months... Do you hear that?
We will kill the dragon.
Wait, you hear a crackling noise in the distance, and it seems to be getting closer.
Damn your fool mouth blade.
And she says, stay here, I'll see if I can deter them.
Before you leave, is there anything we can do to muffle the scent?
She says, she looks at the two kobolds and says, the trolls can't stand the smell of kobold blood.
I walk over and I chop off one of the kobold's heads with my great axe.
I also attack one of the other kobolds that he does not attack.
They fall down upon the kobolds and slaughter them. And she says, if you wipe the blood on you, it will douse your scent. I'll be right back.
I do that.
I do the so.
Yeah.
Slap, slap, splat.
All right, you begin to rub kobold guts all over your faces and bodies. And you hear that she's gone out into the cave and is actually talking in a low voice with whatever is out there. You can see the hook, the pulley, and the rope get snatched out of the ceiling with a loud crunch, and a cascade of ice falls, and it's just gone. Like,
Oof. Must be pretty big. And I guess I go into that other room.
yeah.
The room with the tunnel
Okay.
across from me. And stealthily, with caution,
All right.
proceed.
You can hear crackling noises
So
when you get to a junction with a passage going left and right. The sound of the crackling is coming from the right. You also hear sounds of footfalls, like they sound like the troll,
Okay.
but there's multiples.
And that's only in the right tunnel, correct?
Only in the right tunnel.
Is there any way I can perceive talking, maybe?
Yeah, make a wisdom perception check.
10.
You can hear no talking, but you can
Can I make out human voices at the very least?
can't make out any voices, but you can hear behind you something flapping, like big flapping wings.
So I go,
Left.
I go left.
So to the left it's quiet. To the right it's the crackling noises with the trolls, and behind you is the flapping wings.
Right.
So you're going.
I'm going I'm going left. And I mark that I go left in
All
case
right.
someone ever seems to find me, which they will.
Okay, so you guys are covered in goop, and McCath comes back and says, the trolls are gone.
Okay. Did you care for those kobolds we just killed?
They're just kobolds.
Okay.
And she says, and I was kidding about them hating kobold blood.
I like macabre.
It's a very mean prank, McCoth. A life is a life. How dare you play with life at your will?
Intestine drops off your face.
She says, there's life, and then there's life.
Whoa. Anyway, how can we... is there any way we can...
She says, well, there's no way you'll be able to get off the island if our Thattor knows you're here.
Well, that's a problem. Maybe.
How did you get here?
Oh, we have a ship.
Well, he will almost certainly destroy that if he finds it.
The Frost Skimmer.
She says, good name.
You seem to exert power over these simple kobold creatures. Do you
They are
command
easy
them?
to subjugate, easily intimidated.
We seem to be going up against quite a dangerous foe. Is there any way you could command the kobolds to follow us?
They worship the dragon as a god.
Is there a way to appeal to them, to their god?
In order to do what?
In order to have them either A, not attack us, or B, have them join our cause.
Well, they will almost certainly not attack you if I'm with them. Because the dragon has instructed them in no uncertain terms that I'm not to be harmed by them.
Is there any way we can convince
And they're
the
quite
dragon?
stupid. They might just believe that you're friends of mine.
I like that kobold joke. I think maybe we are friends.
She says, at the very least, I can play along.
I like this girl. Is there any way to convince the dragon not to harm us while we go after the horn?
She says, well, we should find out whether or not the dragon knows you're here or not. If it doesn't know you're here, we can just leave. If it does, we're going to have to kill it.
Wonder where Mist
McCath,
is.
Lead on.
All right. She will take you out. Back the way you came, actually, and take one of those side passages that you bypassed. And when you go in, you see a very strange sight. It's a rough-walled chamber. You see a dozen giant toads with thick, mottled white hides. I said toads, yes. They're at work here, scribing strange writing into the walls.
Blade, you should inscribe something with them. You have
And
such great ability.
You can also see that not only are they scribing into the ice of the walls, but also onto weathered parchment and stone tablets. And a few toads are transferring or moving the parchments and tablets into and out of floor-to-ceiling cubby holes cut in the ice along an entire wall. And she goes over and goes to one of the toads and goes, "Or, or." And the toad does something similar back to her. "Or." And
Macbeth, what is this? Macbeth, what are you doing? What is all this?
I'm talking to the ice toads.
I assume they're working on your translations that you spoke of.
Yes. And one of the toads, after she speaks to him, sort of goes bounding out of the cave, and she says, the ice toad is going to do a little bit of investigating for us.
What sort of investigation?
To find out if the dragon's aware of any intruders on the island.
Well, how is he going to ask?
In ice toad.
Is he? Macbeth, here's my problem. If you walk up to a dragon and you say, "Are you aware of any intruders?" The dragon's going to assume there are intruders.
Well, give the toad some credit. He's not
I don't
stupid.
know. Okay. Okay.
She says, I've done this before.
The toad looks like a jolly fellow. Let him do his
He looks like a jolly fellow.
Yes.
That's at best. He does not look like okay.
Now, the toad is big. Like, he could
Yeah.
easily swallow a person.
Okay.
and he sort of gives you a sidelong glance, like, "Don't worry, I got you covered."
Be cool, Toad. Okay. Okay.
So all we can do is wait.
Yes, now we play the waiting game.
Do you have any food? I hunger.
She says, "I do have food back at the tent. We also have a supply of food for the dragon, but no one's allowed to touch it."
That's not true.
She says, "On the other hand, people have been known to steal a bit or two. Why don't I have some of my kobold minions fetch some of that food for you?"
That would be wonderful.
Splendid. All right.
Thank you for your generosity.
Okay, so back at the tent while you're waiting for the ice toad to show up, some kobolds bring, basically on platters of ice, this food that's all been sort of cut up and nicely prepared. It's different kinds of fish meat and whatnot, and Makath will sort of cook it over, or basically broil it over a brazier for a while, and then serve it to you. And it's really delicious, and poisonous.
We all just hate it.
Let's just make some Constitution saving throws.
Okay, perhaps this is not fair, but I do have
Yeah.
a survival skill. Was there any way, using that skill, that I could tell that food has been tampered with? Okay.
I'm a
wait.
master assassin.
I have Dwarven Resilience. I have advantage on saving throws against poison, and I have resistance
you
against
do.
poison damage.
Yes, you do.
Nice.
Wait a minute.
Yes.
Wait a minute. I can heal myself if need be.
We're making a con check.
The con saving throw, so it's just a d20 roll plus your Constitution bonus.
13, but since I have advantage, I can do it again.
Yeah, you can. Take the higher roll.
Yeah, 20. 18 plus 2, 20.
Plus, what's this plus?
Plus your
Constitution.
Constitution bonus.
Oh, it's just 7.
All right.
13 over here.
13
Okay.
over here as well.
3.
So the 7 and the 3 did not succeed.
No.
So immediately, and Makath is actually eating this too, so roll for her as well.
Oh my god.
Oh no!
Oh dear. Okay. All right.
Good suggestion.
Yeah. Okay, so 3 of you begin to choke. Makath.
Those two in Macabre. Oh no!
The food must not be sitting well with them.
Yeah. What is?
And then the rest of you don't seem to be feeling too great either.
Draw my sword and point it at Kobold and say, what did you put in this?
All right, so those who failed, you take 32 points of poison damage.
Can I?
Those who succeed take 16.
Do I?
Dead.
I'm dead.
Do I know that it's
Makath
poison?
is dead.
Can I heal Makath? I can cure poison. I can cure. I can end one disease or condition afflicting it. Can be blinded, deafened, paralyzed, or poisoned.
Okay, so first she takes the damage.
Oh.
The poisoned condition is separate from that.
Oh,
So
okay.
You are. Those of you who failed to save and survived. Did anybody fail to save and survive?
Let me check. How much do I take? 16.
16.
You didn't fail to save though, did you?
He didn't. He succeeded.
Yeah.
So we succeeded, so I take 16.
Only the people. Yeah, you took 16. Everybody
If you
took at
succeed,
least
you take
16.
Yeah.
Those who failed took 32.
I have 27 hit points left.
And
Me too.
those who are at 30. Those who took 32. Is anybody still standing? You're down. Are you?
I'm dead.
You're down. Makath is down. So the fact that the 3 of them are also poisoned, i.e. they have the poison condition, is kind of not relevant at the moment because they're down.
Dead.
Now, did you take enough damage to drop you down to like your negative con score? Like you just dropped to 0, right? Like how many hit points did you
I am
have?
below 0 now. If I took 32,
I'd be at,
You'd be at
so-
one.
-2.
You're okay. So you're not dead. You're just down, and you're at.
I am at
So what are your total hit points?
So I'm 24, and then I took 32 damage.
32. So you'd be 8 down from 0. That is, your con score is though higher than 8, right?
My constitution
is
is
10.
10.
So if you had taken 2 more points of damage, it would have killed you outright.
Forever.
Forever.
Yeah.
But you are technically not dead. Basically, anybody who's still up can make like a medicine check or a wisdom check to stabilize them so that they don't have to make death saves.
I have a vial of antitoxin. Is
That would
useful?
also that would work just fine too.
Okay.
You can pour that down the throats of one of them and they would not necessarily die.
Is it a single
So
use?
Yes.
I can remove
It's a
poison
healer.
with land hands using 5 hit points of the 30 hit point pool.
Okay.
So I will,
That will stabilize anybody you touch.
I will
If they're not dead.
try to stabilize everyone through 3.
Okay. So nobody has to make death saves. You're all stable. So you guys are still down and unconscious. Well, you've healed them, right? So they get a number of hit points back.
Right. It says you can expend 5 hit points from your pool
I
of
see.
healing to cure the target or neutralize 1 poison.
Yeah. Okay, great.
So I just neutralized it.
Okay. So, and that's, you did it 3 times or twice?
3 times, and then I also did the same sort of thing with the sick villager.
Okay.
So I've
Right.
used 20 of my 30 pool.
Well, you don't have to worry about Maka. She's dead.
Great.
She didn't hurt.
Okay.
She's way below con.
Yeah.
So she's dead.
Got it.
Oh my god.
Dragon fight.
The,
He's gonna be aware. He's gonna know now. He's pissed.
We're so old. We can't find the horn anyway.
and when you guys get healing, you'll be back up.
I can heal.
What?
I can as well.
So right now you're at 0.
I've got 2 potions and I can do cure wounds.
So
Am I still poisoned?
no. If you made your save, you weren't actually. You didn't. Take,
Oh, okay,
You don't have
okay.
the poison condition.
As a ranger?
I have cure wounds and lesser restoration.
So who's dishing out the healing here?
I will.
Can I see this?
So I can sense that the dwarf wants to aid. I say, you take one, I'll take the other.
All right.
I heal the wood elf.
Okay. So however many hit points your ability does, that's how much she gets back.
Okay.
Cure wounds.
Or
So if I
he gets
use
back.
Cure Wounds in a 2nd level slot, that makes it so it does another dice?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yep.
I think to myself, help. No one ate that food that's human and or elf and we're not a dragon.
I'll do it in a second. I'll do it in a 2nd level slot too.
Great.
7 plus
So
my
how
spell
many
attack
points do you get
modifier,
now?
or is it my spell
Uh,
casting modifier? 2.
It should just be in the spell description.
Yeah, plus your spell casting modifier. Okay,
Okay.
so
I
that's
heal the Warlock for 10.
Okay, so you're at 10.
9 plus.
And if you have healing potions, you want to drink them, you can.
Yeah, I'm gonna drink a potion as well.
Okay. If you guys wanted to take like an
6.
hour short rest in this cave, you could spend some of your hit dice
So
and
you
get
get
hit points back
11,
that way.
or
Have you ever had that? Have you ever done that before?
I think taking a short rest is a good
9
idea.
plus 6.
You're waiting for the giant toad to return anyway.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Short
Yeah.
rest.
Okay.
Not for that. Does
So
that
with a short rest, you can spend your hit dice, and you actually get those back as hit points, and then you add your con bonus to every die you roll. So if you spend a single hit die that you have, you get your hit die bonus plus your con bonus.
So it says 6d10, so I spend
So you
one of
could
them?
spend up to 6d10. You could spend them all at once if you want to. But you don't have that much.
Can I do them
damage.
one at a time?
Yeah, you can do them one at a time.
Is Macath considered at 0 hit points, or is she
She's
dead.
dead?
She's
Okay.
dead.
There's no saving my cat.
Yeah.
9 plus which modifier? Constitution?
Constitution. So. And she's just staring up, surprised look on her wide open eyes.
Can't believe we killed my cat.
The kobolds are like tapping her to figure out what happened, what they could have done wrong.
So I'm gonna roll for health as well. The D10
For what?
for health. Or hit dice.
Are you spending hit dice? It depends. Yours your
Oh,
D8s.
D6. Okay.
D8s.
I'd like to use just a potion.
Sure.
and
That's 2d4 plus 2.
Okay.
I used 2
One.
dice and I'm back up to 42.
Great.
So I'm 10 down from max.
Yeah.
I'm going to use...
And every time you use a die,
It's
you
5.
get the roll plus your con bonus.
Alright, I get 2.
Yep. and you can spend as many of those hit dice as you want. Up
Do we
to
get-
a maximum of 6.
On a short rest, do we get spell slots back or no?
No. Only with a long rest.
3 plus 1 is 4.
When the... Oh, I'll get to the thief, actually. The thief went the safe way.
Yay.
Another one.
So, Rogue, Mist, you see the passage begins to slope up. You also see a side passage to the right. And through the passageway, which is very short, you can see a large cave beyond, full of what appears to be creatures frozen in ice.
That's ominous. Can I hear anything from either of the tunnels?
That's a fine question. You do not. It is relatively quiet. So the passage slopes up toward the left, if you continue straight, or you can take the side passage to the right. You also catch a glimpse of something to the right that you would not have expected to find under here, and that is a ship.
A ship?
A ship, huh?
Cool. Go ship.
What kind of ship?
Well, I won't know until I go.
Go to that ship.
And investigate the ship, because I do that. That's what
Right,
I
of
do.
course you do.
I thought you might.
I thought you might. You can see that it is a long ship. A complete long ship with sail raised is on display here. It's covered with frost, kind of leaning a little bit askew on the icy floor. You can also see frozen in death are 2 great worm-like creatures. What appear to be 4 or 5 abominable yetis encased in ice, frozen in sort of fierce poses or poses of terror.
So it's a trophy room.
It looks like. And it's a huge cavern. Just absolutely glittering, fantastic cavern. So these worm creatures each are about 30, 40 feet long.
Whoa.
I'm very amazed by this.
The
but
ship is about 65 feet long.
Is there another entrance or tunnel in this room?
No.
No, so it's just its own
Yeah.
circular trophy room, essentially.
Yeah. It appears so.
Do I perceive anything that of use that I would catch?
The
my eye?
monsters seem very intimidating and frightening, and you're glad they're dead. The ship, you have no idea what that might hold.
I'll go check in the ship.
I knew you would. All
I
right.
feel like I'm just playing into your hands or something.
You sort of go up on the ship's deck, and you see that the deck has been scattered with coins.
I like coins.
Yeah, they're just scattered all over the place. And when you look below deck, there's even more coin stuffed in this ship.
That's a lot of coins.
There's a whole shit ton of coins stuffed in this vessel.
Oh, wonderful. Are there
You
any?
have a treasure bath.
You got so much money now.
That's a lot. A lot to. I don't know.
All you had to do was kill the party. Yeah. And while
Don't
you-
tempt me.
While you are just eyes a glitter at all of this treasure hoard, your friends are wondering what happened to their food.
I assume it was the kobolds. They brought us the food. I say we kill them.
The 2 kobolds are sort of getting the impression that they're not welcome here anymore. They start to back out of the tent.
I will cast Speak with Dead
Yes.
on Macath.
Whoa. Clerics. Who knew? Who knew?
Another layer.
We may ask Macath 5 questions, I believe.
Cool.
All right.
Really cool.
Don't waste them.
Genie.
I say that because I never will waste them.
All right.
Question the first. What will we ask?
Does that count as a question?
Only if you ask her.
Well, we need to know where that horn is.
Where's the toad? Ask about the toad.
The toad will be back in a
Toad will be
second.
back.
We need to know how to kill this dragon. A dragon will come for us. We need to know any way that we can possibly kill it.
We should ask how to kill the dragon.
First, we
Where
should
is the
apologize.
horn? Well, that's not a question.
Right.
She does not know where the horn
We
is.
should ask where the dragon is.
We need to know if she can tell us how to track the horn.
Okay.
Or give us something that can trap the horn.
You, Paladin, what do you think?
If she has any inkling on who could have poisoned the food,
Do we care about that? We know just not to eat the food. I can find food, don't worry.
You should ask her how to train your dragon.
Don't
Just ask
ask
her
her
a question, it'll lead to more questions.
Sure. First, how do we kill the dragon?
Macbeth, how do we kill the dragon?
First, say we're sorry.
P.S. We're sorry.
We don't know how the food.
Well,
We didn't know about the food. Maybe you poisoned us, for all we know.
That'd be a weird move.
She will say, her eyes still sort of staring up glass-like at you, her mouth just sort of moving very slowly. She will say, "The dragon is greedy and easily led by the gleam of gold. And he is arrogant and easily provoked."
Useful.
How would you kill the dragon?
Oh, we should ask.
She says, "From far away with powerful spells."
Can you give us anything that can help us find the Drakhorn?
She says, "Find Didarius."
Didarius. I suppose she's not going to tell us where Didarius is. We have to burn
He
him.
he is far from here.
Yeah.
That's all she'll say.
Should we ask? Wait, that was 4, right?
That was 3.
That was a sub one. That was a sub question.
Yeah. I asked him.
Should we ask who Darius is?
Sure.
Yeah, it could lead us to him.
Who is Darius, and how can we find him?
How can we find him? Give us all your secrets. She says, "Didarius is nothing any longer. He lives in his tomb."
Last question.
Wait,
What's it
let's
like?
discuss the
Wait!
question.
What's it like?
Wait!
What's being dead like? Is there a god? What's death like?
Oh my god! You idiot! Damn your mouth blade!
Death is cold and dark.
Is there a god?
Yes.
Damn,
Oh, okay. Well,
I really wanted to say
that
no.
just proves.
Which god?
Which god?
What's his name?
Oh, no, still like, oh, she's
Samuel has a shit-eating grin on his face.
She never said which god, Paladin.
There is only one!
Sylvanus, the god of nature.
Please forgive me. I was terribly curious about what death was like.
And not very faithful.
I didn't get to ask if it was painful.
Well, you were poisoned and died, so you probably know. Oh my god.
We can assume that.
Oh my god.
Is that good for you?
What's that good for you?
We have no way
If
of
we don't wait
knowing.
for this, if the frog comes back and if the frog comes back and
The
tells
frog
us-
comes back.
Oh,
Boing, boing,
Is-
boing.
does the
It
dragon
hops over
over
to
here?
it, and it goes.
We didn't.
Right.
oh shit!
We did not. We didn't kill Miguel.
We can't speak frog.
Make a drawing!
Oh, poor frog. Sorry.
Make a drawing!
Okay.
Blade.
All right. So with their etching tools, I find a good space, and I point at Miguel and say, "She."
Meanwhile, I look at
poisoned by meat.
the scrolls to see what language they're written in, because clearly they can read and.
Very good
Right,
caricatures.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. I can speak Draconic.
Okay.
Would that help? Because they're
Or
writing-
abyssal.
They are writing the scrolls in Draconic.
Oh God. Okay, so I'll just write in this. Ignore this drawing. It's just not too time consuming. Okay, in Draconic, I write. My cat is dead. That wasn't us. We're terribly sorry.
You can see that while they understand written Draconic, they have absolutely no idea what you're saying.
So in my I write
And can't speak Draconic itself.
Oh, I see. They're just kind of copying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I go back to my drawing.
Okay, screw it.
Okay, it's of the dragon.
Yes.
And the dragon sees us. There's the 6 of us, and it has like a little dotted line from its eyeballs over to us. And I just shrug at the toad.
Question mark?
We're wasting
Can you
time.
use your read thoughts thing again? Can you read its thoughts?
Excellent idea.
Aren't its thoughts going to just be croaks?
Well, I don't know.
All right, you get its thoughts, and its thoughts are, well, that's a rather nice piece of artwork there.
What a gentleman.
I wish to just travel
I
down the
wish you
path.
would just get on with it and ask the question. Oh, there we go. Well, of course, yes. Of course, the dragon doesn't know anything about them.
Oh, wow.
Let's leave.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you, Toads. Thank you, Toads.
We apologize for killing your employer. She's dead.
On the upside, you don't have to translate these documents.
Just stop. Yeah. We're just gonna start tearing them up. Just stop this.
Well, don't tear them up.
Okay, so you start to, like, pack up your shit and get the hell out of Dodge, basically.
Yeah.
All right, back in the trophy room,
Oh,
you
no.
can see amid the gems and coins is a gold and mother and pearl inlaid chest. And
God.
it's kind of it's sort of sitting at the behind at the back on the aft castle of the deck, with coins piled up around it, and it's sort of covered with a layer of frost like everything else.
Right. I observe it for traps.
Of course, yes. In that case, I would like you to make an intelligence investigation check.
Damn it. That's 6, but I also have investigation.
Yes, you do.
As a proficiency bonus.
So you just add your investigation proficiency bonus to that roll on top of your intelligence bonus.
So that's 9.
Okay. You're pretty sure it's not trapped.
Sweet.
Pretty sure.
Pretty sure.
Yeah.
Like 75%. And so I open the chest.
Okay, when you do,
Oh no.
the entire cavern trembles.
Whoa.
I had a feeling.
Yep.
And that
was magic.
that sort of and bits of ice just sort of fall from the ceiling and crash on the floor with a loud crack. That's not like the whole place is crumbling. It's just loose pieces falling loose, and a giant icicle comes through and spears the ship right through the deck, and then more ice breaks on the deck around you and then it kind of stops. You guys feel this sort of
Time to
Rumble.
go.
Dragon.
Time to go.
and then Toad is like,
Toad, come with us.
and then you're detecting its thoughts. The Toad seems to think the dragon knows there's someone here now.
I tell you all that.
Well, shit.
We have no time. Let's get out of here as
He's
quickly
gonna
as
burn the
possible.
ship if we go to the ship.
Let's go, Toads. Let's go.
Inside,
Damn the blasted toad. Actually, I like the toad.
They have feelings too.
I like the
damn it.
toads.
inside
probably care more
the
about the toads
chest,
than I do about
you
you.
can see a spyglass made of gold. You can see a large gemstone in a pendant fitting, basically a pendant with a big gemstone at the end of it, on a silk cushion. And you can also see what appears to be a small gem inlaid wooden box. When you open it up, it contains what appears to be a deck of cards.
Take all of it.
Coolest
Take all
chest
of it.
ever.
I'm going to take all of those things.
So you just scoop everything out, or take the whole chest?
I just take those
Those
three
things.
things.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can also see that they're sitting on a bed of platinum coins.
whatever. I take a handful of coin.
Okay.
So the platinum
All right.
coins.
Platinum.
I just want to make sure I'm
Playing
still
cards.
nimble enough with all of this stuff.
He's a high-class
I'm really
yeah, well, and he's got like a fistful of diamonds too.
Yeah.
yeah.
All right.
A lot of shit.
And so you run like a madman. When you get to the entrance, you see 2 ice trolls
Oh my god.
in the doorway,
But
obviously drawn to the havoc that you've just unleashed.
am I still hidden?
Um,
No. Okay. So I'm just like, oh, hello, trolls.
you just sort of slide across the ice floor in front of them.
Do they see me?
Yeah.
Oh,
They look
this
at you
is-
with black eyes.
Just out of curiosity, would they happen to be related to the trolls that ate the poison meat that kind of like snuck it away?
They don't seem to be too bothered by anything except you at the moment. A large chunk of ice sort of hits the floor behind you, and that kind of startles them.
And then can I use
That's
that
your
to just run? I'm just literally gonna run past them. Like
You will provoke opportunity attacks.
yeah, but as long as I
Yeah,
able
but-
Yeah.
to like
Yeah, you can sort of try to slide between one of their legs, kind of thing.
Doesn't
Yeah.
need to be a crazy roll, man.
All right. I would like you to make a dexterity acrobatics check.
Okay. God, please.
You slide.
There is a god!
You slide right past them, and I'm going to say they do not get to make attacks. against you.
Nat 20. Oh man.
That's so epic.
When you go out into the passageway, you can either go back toward the left, which goes down, or to the right, which goes up.
I'm going to go.
I wouldn't go deeper.
Why is that a hard choice?
Yeah, I'm not gonna go deeper. I'm gonna try to reach the surface at this point.
Okay, so you go up. You guys, when you emerge from Makath's cave, you can either go to the left or the right.
Are the toads coming with us?
The toad is hopping along behind you. Yes. A giant ice toad companion is now
sorry.
following.
Nice.
Sweet.
And then if you go left, you're going down. If you go right, you're going up.
Up. We're just running. We're running. We're hustling.
Then as you guys run up, you can hear from a side passage to your left a dragon's roar. Very, very, very huge, and it's coming up from somewhere deep below. And you can see the whole place starts to tremble again. You also see in the passage ahead of you 2 ice trolls.
Yeah, just slide between the legs.
And we still need to roll
I'm gonna
20.
port my weapon back to my hands.
Yes.
I draw my great axe.
I'm going to abjure one of the trolls. I pull out my holy symbol, which is a sword and shield on a necklace, and I'm going to say, "By my God, be purged!" and try to make it run in fear.
All right. Then.
Jesus, that's hardcore, man.
Does it have to make a saving throw or something?
Yeah, it does. It's a wisdom saving throw.
It sucks at that. All right. So, what's the DC?
13.
It fails. And you hear its crackling limbs as it takes off away from you in terror. The other one.
That's the best I could do.
Let us roll initiative for the last of the ice trolls and our intrepid party of fleeing adventurers. Underhill,
9 total.
9. Let's roll for Mist as well.
Oh, this is here. 20.
Oh my gosh, awesome.
Plus your dexterity.
Plus my
Roll is that
24.
Oh, I'm sorry. I had 11. Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry.
No worries. Blade.
12.
Blade Thristian gets a 12. Flint Barkmoss.
9.
9. Longfellow Clericman.
6.
6. And Samuel Hammerfall.
12 as well.
12. All right. And the dragon.
The dragon.
Did I say dragon? I meant troll. No. The troll in front of you is not the fastest, and in fact goes after Blade and Samuel. So we'll start with Blade.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just going to try to strike it with my rapier.
Okay. You walk up and
Yeah.
stabby.
Yeah. And D6. Good to roll?
Yes, please.
Okay. Oh,
Control stats.
that's a 6. That's a 2. That's a 6.
Okay. It deeks out of the way.
Yeah.
And next up is Samuel.
I want to say damn as I miss.
Okay.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn. 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 Damn it.
Because of my Oath of Vengeance,
Yes.
I get a hold person spell.
Great.
So I'm going to try to do that. I'm going to try to
Hold
hold it
person?
and hold. Yes. Choose a humanoid that you can see within range.
He is not a humanoid.
Okay.
Too tall.
He is giant.
Never mind.
Where's your god now?
Samuel, strike it! Strike it, Samuel!
I swing my longsword at it.
All right.
Mightily. Natural 20.
Oh.
We're amazing.
Holy crap. All right.
Yep.
Bring it on.
Okay.
You roll your weapon damage die twice.
Yep. Huh. 8 total.
All right.
Total.
Yeah, less than it could have been.
Crack. All right. Still a really good hit. And then it is the Ice Troll's turn. Since Samuel and Blade are right up in its grill, it will make one claw attack against Samuel and roll a whopping 13. And it will make a swing with a 23 at Blade, which I assume hits. And it does 7 points of damage with its sharp, icy claws. And then it will try to bite your face.
Okay.
And it rolls another 23, so it's going to bite your face for 11.
Okay.
Oh God.
I'm still in this. I'm still in this.
All right.
Barely. Your face is like hanging from your chin.
All right. And then it is Underhill's turn.
I'm going to cast Hunger of Hadar. Stand back, everyone! Yoshilailumai A dimensional portal
Okay.
opens up, and tentacles come out of this.
Warlocks are awesome.
What?
mask?
That's
Where'd my book
insane.
go? Oh, there it is.
Otherworldly tentacles.
I wrote this description, by the way.
Oh my god.
I just like,
So I'm casting that.
Read it. I want to hear the
You
description.
open a gateway to the dark between the stars, a region infested with unknown horrors. A 20-foot radius sphere of blackness and bitter cold appears, centered on a point with range and lasting for the duration. This void is filled with a cacophony of soft whispers and slurping noises that can be heard up to 30 feet away. No light, magical or otherwise, can illuminate the area, and creatures fully within the area are blinded.
Whoa.
The void creates a warp in the fabric of space, and the area is difficult terrain. Any creature that starts its turn in the area takes 2d6 cold damage. Any creature that ends its turn in the area must succeed on a dexterity saving throw or take 2d6 acid damage as milky otherworldly tentacles rub against it.
Doesn't that include us?
yes.
Hubert can see
Yeah. That includes us.
that. Fantastic. This
That's
is
a
Thunderwave all over again. Oh my god.
That's a very apt description.
Next thing I'm making is a warlock.
All right.
amazing.
So, yes, you're all engulfed in the bitter, dark, and cold of endless space. While
All of
tentacles.
us?
Well, yeah. If it's centered on the troll, it's going to
Yeah.
swallow up you guys too. But fortunately, well, there's no fortunately. It's bad for all of them. Yeah.
It also kills.
As wet, milky tentacles caress your flesh.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, darkness
So,
there. And
We
nothing
can
more.
become lost by magical means, so that doesn't help us.
The whole point of my character is ridding the world of impurity. I
You're in a
I
realm
give
of
the
obscurity.
Warlock a sharp, piercing gaze.
You can't see him.
I can't see anything.
Okay,
What have you done?
You just hear him.
I just go, what in the nine hells?
You shall pay for this!
All right.
What was that? What's caressing my thigh? It's Milky.
God.
All right.
Oh god.
Okay.
What a spell.
We're so
What a
screwed.
spell.
I'm glad you stood.
I'm glad that the dragon won't kill us, but you will.
So nobody knows what the ice toad does right at the moment because it's dark all around, but it's being caressed by milky tentacles.
But I hope it knows that we love it.
Loving
They're a
caresses.
big fan. And so next up will be... I forgot about Mist. Mist, what would you like to do? Now you hear behind you all of that and serpent tentacles. Echoing in the confines of these icy halls. Your friends are actually tailing you.
Oh, so they're behind me.
They are. Somehow they've gotten behind you.
Does that mean we're deeper or closer to the exit?
He is closer to the exit than you are.
Okay.
So do you run toward the exit or do you run back to your friends?
Unfortunately, I have a bond. I've obviously made an agreement to fight the dragon with them, so I can't abandon them, even though every part and fiber of my being wants to. So I run back, not to into the darkness, but like around the darkness. I'm assuming it's like there's an edge.
Yeah.
So I look at the darkness.
So,
like,
you run back to your friends?
I run back to my friends.
I thought you might.
Yeah.
And then
Can you please say that?
when you do, you get to the edge of the darkness. You can kind of see something sort of dark and undulating, kind of at the edge of the darkness, but
Right.
never quite emerge. And then you see this troll kind of stagger out of the darkness, all blistered.
Oh, wonderful! I
Assassinate.
rip open its throat.
All right.
I assassinate. That's what I do best. Ooh, nice roll. 20.
That's definitely it.
You do that very well.
Professional.
Yeah.
Okay. Damage, please.
I'm just gonna look. I think this is 7. 7 plus. What am I hitting with? Plus 7 to hit. Plus 4.
Okay.
So yeah, 11.
All right. Next up is, and you guys can actually, you don't hear the rogue outside because he's all stealthy and quiet. It would be Longfellow Clericman. You take some damage from the cold.
Okay.
2d8 points, which you roll, because that's your spell.
Oh my gosh.
2d8.
2D.
2 it is?
Yeah. Oh, that's a d10, I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry.
That one.
This
Right
one.
there.
Got it.
Yeah. So 4 plus, you take 12 cold damage.
I'm done again.
I miscalculated the area of my spell, everyone. I am sorry for that.
What did you say as you died?
Don't let the paladin make decisions.
All right.
Oh my god. What is it like to have a group that works together?
You
We
see
may never know.
Yeah, we'll never know. We'll never know.
a horrible creature leaps out of the darkness at you. It is a giant toad with icy, warty flesh.
No!
Oh my
I'm
god.
not kill that toad.
He doesn't know.
I don't know.
It lands in front of you, its tongue all sort of hanging out threateningly, its eyes bulging. What do you do?
No.
It croaks at you.
Can I make a perception check? Can I see if it? Can I gleam anything
You
out
make
of
a
it?
wisdom insight check.
I would like to do that. Yeah. I'll try. I'll try. my
Wisdom
best.
check.
No, damn.
Four.
It clearly means to kill you.
Oh no.
Oh well. I mean, if
He
it,
thinks it does.
I think.
Yeah,
okay.
I like that. That's a good way to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cunning action.
And it's hideous. It's like this huge man-eating toad. You've never seen a toad this big in your life before. What abomination is this?
60 left on the card.
Can see you get to it. I guess I assassinated it because that's what I do.
No.
Toad.
Is that
Sorry,
just a
Toad.
skill? that
You don't
just
have.
do?
You don't have.
I can't
It's
assess
not
it.
surprised.
Oh, it's not surprised.
No.
Okay. I'm actually going to. I'm gonna dodge. I'm gonna like uncanny dodge. That's okay?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna dodge and because maybe I'm taken aback by this hideous toad. I'm like ah, and so I dodge.
Right.
What do I roll for it? Do I roll?
No,
it?
you just do.
Okay, cool.
Okay. So you back off from the toad and just sort of stay out of its way and be all dodgy, and then it is Blade's turn. You take some damage from the cold to the tune of.
1.
Okay.
1.
Got a break.
So what can I see right now?
Blackness. Blackness. Black is the dead of night.
And all I hear is wah, wah, wah,
And you
wah.
hear tentacles all around you and slurping noises and hissing. And
Do I make a noise
do you make a noise?
when I was like a?
That's up to you. I'll let
Oh.
you decide whether you
I'll
make
go.
a noise.
Ah, what's this frog?
Do I
As all ninjas do when they're threatened by a giant frog.
do I still have a sense of direction as to where I was running before as to where I'm running now? So I'm going to try to keep running
Yep.
forward.
Okay. You sort of push through the difficult terrain, the tentacles, all that, and you emerge from the darkness. And there's the toad, and there's the rogue, who you haven't seen in a while.
So. Well, more like, "Whoa, what's this toad?"
And he comes out of the darkness. He's got like cold slime on him.
Oh. You don't look very good. Milky tentacles.
There's like a
There's a dragon! We must run! We must run!
There's a drip of goo hanging on the end of his nose.
We must run! We have to run!
Okay. Does everyone else know that they?
They know they must run!
Okay, we're running.
And the toad
Come
seems bound
frog!
along
Come
the
toad!
road.
Yes, come toad!
He seems to have the toad well in hand.
Should I not kill the toad?
Love the toad! We must
All right, Samuel. You see that you clearly heard the cleric sort of go down at your feet. What do you do?
Can I like reach down to see if I can feel the cleric beneath me?
Yeah.
I
He's
do
there.
that. Okay. Can I check for signs of life?
It's
Oh, do I
a
have
little.
to do damage to him?
Oh yeah, you do some
Yeah.
damage to him.
Cold damage.
Hold.
Uh-oh. I got 6. A 4.
10 damage.
points.
Okay.
You. I mean, you're in a slurping, hissing
Right.
nether space
Right.
where you can't see anything. So it's a little hard until you pull her out of the region to gauge what her current
Okay.
physical state is.
So I grab the cleric,
Yes.
and with it, I try to move out of the.
And you
the
succeed.
void. Okay.
Yeah, the paladin emerges, cleric in tow.
We're running! We're still running!
Am I still in the...
Assuming I don't have time to really handle
the
this
troll
right now.
is there. They're sort of all hacked up.
Right. I just move. I just
Okay.
follow in their footsteps.
All right. That brings us to Flint. I believe.
Okay.
Or I'm sorry. Underhill is next,
Oh,
and then Flint.
Does Underhill have to take cold damage? Or is he on the other side of the orb, I guess?
I think he's probably on the other side.
You're right.
So you want to run through your own hell
can
dimension?
you unconjure it, or is it just there?
I think it's concentration, so he could end it if he wanted.
All the time.
I don't have the spell in front of me, but whatever the duration
What
says
is it
there.
called?
It's 1 minute long. It's called
Hunger of Hadar.
Hunger of Hadar.
Would that trap everyone else in that dimension if he
Yeah,
closes it?
concentration
Oh,
up
okay.
to a minute.
Yeah, so you could end it if you so wished.
I end it.
All
I
right.
end it. Is it
Had enough, everyone.
And I'm like, what the hell?
That's pain.
Now you
That's
know.
what pain feels like. So milky
there is a
tentacles.
troll.
so?
I'm just standing there covered in ooze, going like, "What was that?"
So I am so sad about inflicting this much pain on anyone, that I am going to stay behind.
Oh no.
You guys go! Just get out of here!
I got the dragon.
I will take care of the dragon. I've caused enough pain in this world.
Oh my god.
Go!
Okay. I would suggest against it.
I'm staying behind.
Flint, you've got Daniel and
They're
Bloodworth waiting for you.
Yeah, I run past the.
All right.
Good luck, Flint.
Oh my god.
I say, you should come with us, but okay, bye!
All right. So all of you are running, and you've got the unconscious cleric. Does anybody have any healing, or are you just gonna carry her all the way
I
out?
have healing.
I'm gonna carry it all the way up.
Okay.
Okay.
You bear that burden all the way out. You climb up that ladder with the cleric on your back. You drag him up the stairs, the icy stairs, out into the village. You can see a bunch of other toads are sort of following you out of the complex.
Yes.
Build our toad army now.
Yeah, you got your toad army.
Do I kill these toads?
No, we love the toad!
We love the toads.
Seems a bit odd. Okay.
And you stay down below.
I'm saying.
You hear crashing ice as this gigantic beast, this behemoth,
Buried alive.
is forcing its way through
Gonna
its
get much
lair
worse.
toward you.
Do I see it?
Yeah, you basically see this big white head come through the passageway at you, its body causing the tunnel to break around it, and its huge wings sort of tucked in behind its back as it charges toward you. The troll runs away.
You have the troll.
Runs into a side passage. You never see his blue ass again.
I am going. Tell me if I can do this. I'm going to cast Tasha's Hideous Laughter on the dragon.
All right. If I'm not mistaken, there is a saving throw for that.
Yeah.
For everybody.
Just for him. Just for him.
Repeat the name of the spell.
All right. Tasha's Hideous Laughter.
Okay.
What happens?
I love how this spell involves you laughing.
A creature,
like
of
her.
a creature of your choice that you can see within range perceives everything as hilariously funny and falls into fits of laughter if the spell affects it. The target must succeed at a wisdom saving throw or fall prone, becoming incapacitated and unable to stand up for the duration. A creature with an intelligence score of 4 or less isn't affected, so that's not an issue here. At the end, blah, 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 it gets to make a new saving throw at each of its turns. Here we go.
You're going to laugh the dragon to death.
What is the
escape?
DC for the saving throw? What's your spell casting DC? 15. That's pretty good. Then we get to the white dragon.
Oh my god.
Right underneath.
I really hope this works.
This is the most amazing spell I've ever heard of.
Okay.
Aside from that milky tentacle stuff.
All right. So the dragon on its will saves. It's a +6 bonus.
Oh,
It's a
Listen
dragon
front of
after
you.
all.
It's
Yeah.
a big smart dragon.
I shall roll this in front of you,
You got this.
right?
Wow.
Where's that? Is that a 19?
He killed it. That's an 18.
18.
So 24. The dragon does not laugh, but you're cackling maniacally. All right. You hear his maniacal cackles echo through the dungeons, rising up out into the village, drifting on the winds of Oya Vegaton.
He's clearly lost his
That
mind.
guy's got problems.
Soon he will
What
be
a
without
psycho.
Yeah.
pain. Soon he will have no pain.
He
But right
deserves to
before that,
die.
he'll suffer a whole lot of it.
I believe dragon's teeth are quite sharp, correct?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, unfortunate.
We're all screwed, by the way. This dragon's gonna kill our boat. We're not getting out of here. Have you
Well,
forgotten that? My horse is alright.
well, I think the dragon ate some food I poisoned.
You poisoned that food! You killed McCoff!
You ate the food. The food was for the dragon. I'm pretty sure it was. I think everyone knew it was for the dragon.
We should continue running! We should continue running! Come,
Toads, get out of here!
Toad!
All right. Toads will follow. Okay, you come running down. Well, everybody make a dexterity saving throw except for the cleric. You have disadvantage because you're clearing the cleric down these nasty ass steps. These icy stairs.
20.
I had 22.
I rolled a 20 and a 19.
All right. Okay, did anybody roll less than a 10?
I got a 10, hard 10 actually.
All right.
Plus your dex?
That it's
You're
6
all,
plus.
Then you're all good.
Yeah, I rolled a 7.
Oh no.
Oh, you rolled a 7. Well, you're not there.
Okay.
Oh yeah, you're in a way worse place.
I don't know if I was in
You're holding off the dragon.
Okay.
You guys run from the village with your ice toad, your mule, and your horse. Anything else I'm missing? No? Okay.
I have all my,
do the other
all
ice
my
toads in the
diamonds
villages
and
come
my
with it?
spyglass and
Yes.
everything
All
on,
right.
on my person.
And you
weird
run down
cards.
the ice steps through the fissure to the shelf where the ship is parked, managing to maintain your balance the whole way down. You get to the ship, by which time the dragon has from somewhere somehow taken to the air.
Oh god.
And as all the toads follow you, and you're sort of running out onto this bare shelf with this strafing dragon coming down, its mouth starts to open. You see blue light or mist inside. The toads open up their mouths.
Get in their mouths! Get in the toad's mouth! I get in the mouth.
We all
Yeah,
in the toad.
in the mouth.
You stuff the cleric in the mouth.
I stuffed the cleric in the mouth.
It totally is. Absolutely.
It's amazing.
You leap or stuff yourselves in a giant toad's mouth. And inside this dark, warm little space you hide, you feel this blast, this horrendous blast above you. And then everything's quiet. And about 2 days later, because the toads are immune to cold, you are released. That the sun has basically melted the ice on top of them. They open up their mouths and spit you out.
Oh, the toads are still alive?
Yes.
These are the greatest toads.
You are my blood
Of the
brother
dragon,
now.
you see no sign.
Is the ship still there?
Yes.
Wonderful.
What a merciful dragon. Let's go find Didarius.
When you get back to the ship, you see that the captain and the crew are not on it.
Is the ship still
The
intact?
ship is intact because it's the dragons now.
Bartholomew!
Dragon's not going to destroy the ship.
Bartholomew!
Is there any sign of struggle? Is there blood or like half-eaten food left somewhere?
There is signs of a struggle.
Yeah.
Oh.
It looks like the dragon may have got some food. But the ship is intact because the dragon likes to keep his ships intact. And as the rogue knows, having seen one.
Right.
And of Bartholomew, you hear nothing. The horse and the mule were hiding out in the crevice. They
What
come
of
sauntering
Underhill?
out.
Oh my god.
Is Underhill...
Or sorry, I'm sorry. Underhill is on. Bartholomew
Bartholomew
Yeah.
is the ferret.
is the ferret.
Yeah.
He's still alive. He's still alive.
This entire crew is gone.
He sort of pokes up over the deck of the ship.
Oh, thank God.
I take Bartholomew.
Yes.
You're my ferret now. I shall train you.
You shall be my attack ferret.
We'll do great things together.
Do we know why the
So you've stabilized, so you're conscious.
I have.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do we know why the dragon kept the ship intact? Or
You
we
have no
not?
idea what you were doing inside a giant toad. But anyway, sorry.
Do we know why the ship is left intact?
You don't, but the rogue sort of tells you what he saw down below, and that is the dragon has
It's a
has
trophy.
budding collection of ships.
I have an idea. There's a reason the dragon kept the ship intact. If we were to take it, you're dead. And and leave with it, it would be bad for us. So I have a suggestion. There are fishing boats that we can perhaps use to escape. If we set the ship to sail and maybe that will be a distraction and we can escape via the fishing boats.
Are there any powders in the ship?
I don't
Like,
know.
no.
Oh,
Not like gunpowder.
I like this plan, Paladin. Should we perhaps ask a villager if they know where Didarius is buried?
I think it is highly unlikely.
Just checking. All right, then I like this plan.
The only problem is someone will have to stay behind to steer the ship.
That sounds like a volunteer to me.
It's Stross.
I think
Let's
the paladin
draw
just-
straws.
I think the paladin just volunteered. His god.
I
will
did not
protect him.
volunteer.
I,
Your God will protect you.
unfortunately, will not be doing any of this, and I go and I take a ship. I just take a boat.
One of the fishing boats, or?
Yeah, I'm gonna take one of the
okay.
fishing boats.
Do we have to let him take a fish?
Yeah,
boat?
we can stop him, right?
I throw a hatchet at his head.
Whoa.
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 No,
Okay.
near him to
Okay.
warn him. To warn him.
Got it.
Hang on, don't steal my.
We'll draw straws
Oh,
for who
Oh my God.
will go on the ship.
We need one more.
By the way, you
Well,
gotta
the same
understand,
way.
this doesn't work
Wait.
for me. I don't really care. So I'm still going to take
There's-
this
Wait,
ship.
and you're
Four of
still
us.
throwing a hatchet at him, right?
near him.
Yeah.
He
He's
threw a hatchet
unaffected.
near me.
He's
Yeah,
not
he
intimidated.
doesn't
I'm
care.
still going to take the
There's-
ship.
I go
I'm
get my
sorry.
hatchet.
There's
back.
I
four
cast
of us.
hold
He's dead.
person.
Whoever wants
Ah.
to come with me can come with me, but that is a fool's errand. Unless, of course, you ask one of the locals and or one of the toads that could survive. We still have the toads. The toads have frost damage. Obviously, a dragon's breath will not destroy him. It seems like a fool's errand to have to sacrifice a person.
Toads can't guide a ship.
Toads can't drive. Besides, if anyone
I
should
feel like
survive
we
this,
could
it should be the
teach
toads.
them. The toads deserve it.
Then it is done. We will draw for the death.
Wait, I still try to steal one of those boats, though.
How are we? They're all the same
No,
length.
they're
We're just
not.
No,
Oh.
there's a shorter one.
Wait, is it?
I want my
No.
original pencil back.
Just leave them.
I can't see which one.
Wait, why don't we lay them on?
Yeah, lay them
Yeah.
on the table.
Okay.
Well, it's clearly Elise.
Yeah.
Looks like it.
Oh no!
Good suggestion.
It has been an honor alongside you all. I will make my way to the ship now.
Do you hang your head like kind of sad?
I have my head hung, but then I remember that I
Yes.
am a man of military honor, and I hold my head high, and I make my way to the ship.
Longfellow, I will tell your story.
You realize that these fishing boats aren't going to get us very far, and we're going to freeze to death.
It's all we
It's
have.
Right.
better than staying here.
Yeah, it's all we have.
I mean, we could also just take the boat because maybe the dragon might not come
You
after
already
it.
took a boat. Your boat's gone.
Yeah, you're gone.
Oh, I'm gone. I suggested as I'm like taking the boat. I'm like,
I
Saying.
take off my holy symbol and I give it to Longfellow.
I do not want your false god symbol. But I appreciate the gesture.
I put it on the ground behind
Yes.
him.
Thank you.
He did drag you out of the bowels of
True.
the dragon's
True.
lair.
Only to die on
I-
the boat.
I give to Samuel my holy symbol amulet.
It's just a tray.
Pagan symbol.
I take it and I nod and I go on one of the boats.
What about my horse and my mule?
from a
You're
distance.
worried about your horse and your mule? I'm going to die.
He doesn't care about you.
Oh, God.
In my canoe,
Wait,
me and the ferret salute you.
is
nothing
Bartholomew
to me.
on the boat with me?
Yeah.
You can take
No,
Bartholomew.
no,
if you
I
want.
took Bartholomew.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah, he
I-
took Bartholomew.
Right.
Bartholomew is on my shoulder right now,
Bartholomew.
saluting
I
you.
go, I go to my horse and my mule, and I say to them, Daniel, Bloodworth, it has been a good several years. I gift you to the villagers. Please go back up to the village. And I motion. And the horse kind of maybe gets it.
Yeah, the horse does, and the horse is like, really? You brought me to this fucking island? With a bunch of people eat animal flesh?
But
What?
mercifully, I don't have read thoughts, so I don't know what he thinks there.
Mercifully.
All right. Daniel will go, and Bloodworth will follow. They
Um,
will have great adventures together.
And they shall live on.
Yes. All right, and so the cleric, Longfellow clericman, gets aboard the ship, pulls the sail. You guys push it off,
Yeah.
and out it goes. You send it out. You let it go quite a ways until practically you can't see it anymore, hoping that it will draw the dragon before you, probably under cover of night, take the smaller ships out and depart. And then several weeks later, find yourselves run aground on the black sand shores south of Luskan on the Sword Coast, hoping that Daniel and Bloodworth have found many friends among the tribes of Oyavigaton, wondering whatever happened to Longfellow Clericman. Did the ship actually slip through the Dragon's Guard, and could he be off somewhere finding new friends? You wish you brought some of those ice toads with you.
Did I not bring my ice toad with me?
It's too big for the boat.
You brought the ferret.
Yeah.
But I would use
you
my blood
you
brother.
do have Bartholomew the Ferret.
Put the
You
ice
got
on the
Bartholomew's
ship.
Ferret.
She could have
That's
gotten in
what-
their mouth.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Bartholomew.
But he wasn't gonna let that ship leave.
All right. So you guys go off on your adventures, never knowing what happened, what befell the cleric, almost certainly knowing what befell the warlock. Cleric, you do survive.
Ooh.
You do slip through the Dragon's Guard and find a crew and become a great captain.
Oh, cool.
And
Soldier again.
And about a month later, you receive a magical message that echoes in your head, and it says,
Come find my corpse.
Warlock?
It is me.
and that's where we end.
That was
Amazing!
Oh my
Well
god.
played, y'all.
Yeah, that was great.
Well done.
Oh man.
That was fun. Oh
So
my
much
God.
throat cutting.
At least I have some
Yes.
ability where I can like send messages across different planes of time.
Warlocks are
Find
awesome.
my corpse.
Awesome.
Thanks so much.
Thank you so
Yes,
much.
thank
That was
you.
amazing.
Oh,
That was
man.
a lot of fun.
Such a good game.
So fun.
God.
What's the name of the book again?
Rise of Tiamat.
Rise of Tiamat.
It's good.
Adventure.
And we gotta get Ben one of
For your
these.
DM's eyes only.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, that's it, right?
Yeah, do you want
Yeah.
to end the episode, Ben?
That's the end. This is our longest episode by far, rightfully so. I hope you guys enjoyed it just as much as we did.
Yeah.
I thank God for those toads.
Yeah, I'm glad I didn't kill it.
So
this
good.
this has given me a lot of ideas, I think.
Yeah.
And Chris, you were outstanding.
Oh,
thank you
thank
so
you.
much.
Always happy to run again.
Thanks for
Yeah.
coming, and thank Wizards on the Whole for,
Yeah,
I mean,
for
it's
making an
absolutely-
amazing addition.
It's not like he just came. He was in town and he came up, right? He flew from Seattle to get here, and so just thank you for your time.
Mythical land of Seattle.
Yes.
Yeah.
Across oceans of time.
Well, you know what I mean.
Sword Coast of Seattle.
Avoiding milky
A
tentacles.
2-hour flight just about killed me.
No,
We do appreciate you coming all
It
the way.
is.
I'm trying to be gracious.
Thanks
No,
for
this was,
watching.
this was a ton of fun for me. So
Good.
thank
Oh,
you.
and this goes up on Thanksgiving.
Yes.
Happy
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
America.
Yeah. Have a great feast.
And I guess that's it until next time.
Until we meet again.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you, everyone.